have this mystic coated rose quartz. What do you think, Janet? Three words.
It is mystical. It is.
It is mystical. 3 words there.
It is mystical.
It is mystical. And it really, really is. We've got this bubble effect on each of them. As well as these in this kit, you're also going to be getting a wonderful findings pack in this lovely rose gold colour. And this is 925 rose gold. You're going to be getting 43 pieces in here, including that lovely chain, which I'll show you a little bit later on. And finally, we've got, of course, your usual, your beading threads, your elastic and your monofilament in here too, in this lovely bronze tone, really hitting off and highlighting the wonderful 925 that we've got in this kit also. So what are you thinking, Janet?
I think petals with the...
Do you like it?
Petals. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. So, and I have actually got that sort of here, waiting for me.
Waiting for you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's been whispering to me.
Has it? What's it been saying, Janet?
It's been saying, petals, petals.
Petals.
Love me, love me.
Love me, love me. I like that. So, what are we going to be starting off with today, Janet? I just want to, these pieces you've created have just caught my eye.
I didn't actually create those.
No, you did not.
Suzanne did those because I wasn't scheduled today.
Yeah. And
I didn't have time last night to do all of them. Suzanne, one of the beading buddies, actually made that up. So I'm going to demo something that Suzanne has done from that kit when you get to that.
Oh, we'll be getting to this kit really, really shortly. So you're thinking petals with this that I've just brought to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what else is screaming out to you?
I don't know. I'd like to get some wire in there somewhere. So I think with the green, maybe put some gold wire.
Do you put gold and green?
Yeah, I love gold and green together.
It's quite festive, isn't it? Quite natural.
And then these are just really pretty. So I don't know yet, but I'll try and mix them all together. See what they
kind of mix them all in.
Yeah.
How would you describe this coated quartz? Because I don't think the camera's really picking up it.
It is beautiful, and you get sort of pinks. Obviously, you get the pink from the rose quartz, but you get lots of other colours sort of reflecting off it as well.
Oh, it's like a rainbow glow, isn't it?
Definitely.
That you're getting off each, like a little bubble that's popping.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
You're getting a really good selection there.
And with the faceting as well, that's just gorgeous.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
So it's not too much of a challenge, really.
Oh, so we'll be joining you really shortly with the challenge. But before that, I'm going to go over and show everyone the wonderful kit and the wonderful things that you can create with this kit. Just to let you know, if you've not joined us before, please do give us a call in on 0800 644 655, and you can place all of your orders, free phone number on there, or just go to JewelleryMaker.com. And if you are going on JewelleryMaker.com, you'll see right next to my head somewhere, there'll be a little box that says send a message to the studio. Please get in touch with us today. Keep it really interactive, because Janet has a wealth of knowledge, but she's obviously had all of this sprung upon her. So she's been able to create this in just a couple of hours. Last night, all of the designs you'll see today. So it'll be a really good chance for you to maybe text in any tips that you might have for anyone else who's doing last minute things. Start your text with JM Studio 60 777 and ask Janet any questions you might have, or if you have some wonderful tips, share those with the world. The Jewellery Maker family, let us all know what you think. Janet, I'll come back to you in a bit.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Are you going to start squirreling away now?
I might have a little go, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. And now I've got something that I'm quite in love with. This is going to be coming up with you at midday, and this is my pick. I had a little look at everything this morning, and there were so many things in the show that are catching my eye, including a gemstone that I've never seen, and also my producer had never seen it before either. But as well as that, I did almost go for it. But for me, I'm feeling a bit girly today. I'm feeling a little bit pretty and a little bit cute. So I've gone for this exquisite strand of Morganite as my presenter's pick. This will be coming up with you today at 12 o'clock. Look how pretty, it's quaint, it's cute. So many wonderful tones going through this Morganite. It's a really special strand, and that will be coming up with you very, very soon. Now, this one. This is the gemstone that I had never heard of. This is the gemstone that I hadn't seen before. Janet, I wonder if you have.
What is it?
Have a little look. This is Herkimer quartz. Herkimer quartz. And you will see, I will tell you more about this later on, but can you see each of them has this wonderful effect, this visual optical effect in each one. These are the type of things that you need to get home and look at, because I've never seen anything like this before. And when I came in and I saw it, my eye was instantly drawn to it. I've never seen this gemstone before. Have you, Janet?
I haven't, no.
No?
It's gorgeous. It's really pretty.
It is pretty, isn't it?
It's got real depth to it as well, hasn't it?
There's so much going on in there. Wonderful effect on these. I will be bringing these to you really, really shortly. But before all of that, let's get double trouble. No, not me and Janet. I'm going to bring to you your wonderful, oh wow, little flower connectors. Now, normally you'd get one pack, but it's double trouble. So of course we're going to bring you two. Have a little look at these for me. I can't see my tweezers. There we go. They're hidden. These are your flower shape connectors, but you can easily use them as a charm as opposed to a connector. These are 925 sterling silver. So when we're talking about 925, of course we're talking luxury. We're talking high end. And you can tell that instantly with the wonderful sheen that each of these are kicking off. Now 925 is the highest level of silver we can possibly bring to you. There is of course Britannia silver, which is 95% silver and just 5% ore. Of course we're working with 925, so that means it's 92.5%. Now the Britannia silver, which is 95%, that is just too high level of silver to work with in jewellery making, because quite basically it's too soft. If we were to make anything from it, say a bolt ring, then very simply once you've got it on your designs, after a short amount of time they would just very easily bend out of shape and your necklace would come undone. So this is the highest quality, the most luxurious grade of silver that we can possibly bring to you. And you're getting it in this wonderful gold-plated colour today. Now in this, you're going to be getting 20 of these wonderful petalled flowers in each pack. So you're going to be getting 40 in total. Now these of course you can use as connectors, which I think would add a wonderful flourish. It makes such a pretty flourish to your designs. But you can also use them as a charm, hanging from a charm bracelet, or even pop them into a ring. Do you know when you were younger and you used to make daisy chains? In the spring, in the summer, you sit in your garden or on the school park, didn't you, and used to make daisy chains. Imagine making a daisy chain that will last forever simply by connecting these all together. Because it's 925, you're getting the luxury, but you're also getting a really fun and pretty feel with these. Now for 20, it's normally £6.95 for 20, but you're going to be getting 40 in this, so essentially it should be double that. But not today. It's normally £6.95. Your price on these today for 40, £8.95. So it's normally £6.95 for one pack of 20, but you're going to be getting 40 for just £2 extra. What a wonderful saving on double trouble for you today. And the thing is, if you're going to be creating something that's a little bit pretty, a little bit cute, so say you're going to get my presenter's pick shortly with my wonderful morganite, you might want to work, because it's morganite, it's high-end, it's very luxurious in itself, you might want to work with 925, but because it's such a pretty pink and it's so delicate, you might want to keep the cute, sweet, delicate theme going throughout. You've got that with this. You've got the sweet, delicate look, but you've also got the luxury that you would want when you're working with things like morganite and your tanzanite. So keep your designs fun, fresh and luxurious with 40 of these wonderful 925 sterling silver flower connectors for just £8.95. Now, if you enjoy flowers, which I know a lot of people do, because they've got this lovely natural feel to them, this lovely natural tones, haven't they? I've got a kit for you now that has some wonderful flower connectors in. They've almost got this poinsettia look to them, which obviously at this time of year is something truly special. This kit is very unusual in a really positive way because you're getting lots of little bits to just let your imagination go wild. I'll start off with the connectors because my eyes were drawn to these instantly. These are your little poinsettia style connectors and you're going to be getting 2 of these in this wonderful silver colour today. These are 925 sterling silver. They are so pretty. Use them as a connector, but again, use them as a charm. Even that, if you want to create something really delicate, wouldn't that be lovely as the centre pendant? You're going to be getting 2 of these 925 sterling silver poinsettia style flowers within this kit. As well as that, you're going to be getting this lovely strand. This is your aquamarine in the 4mm rounds. Now, I have got very low quantity on this kit, I've just been told. So if you like the look of it once I show you it all, I definitely encourage you to get on the phone straight away. This is your 50 carats of aquamarine in these 4mm plain rounds. And as a whole, when we think of aquamarine, we often think depth of colour and saturation, obviously beauty within the eye of the beholder, but we generally think that the deeper the saturation, the more luxurious, as it is with many gemstones. And the saturation on this strand, it's so wonderful. It's got a lovely delicate tone, but each one is pretty much opaque. 50 carats of your aquamarine in these plain rounds. As well as that wonderful strand, you're also going to be getting a deluxe gem selection. Now, this kit, I would say, is very luxurious, and you can definitely tell that with this wonderful deluxe gem selection. I'm going to get a few of these out for you. Have a look at these for me, because look at the size of this. This is an emerald. This is a huge emerald. I'm going to show you something so that you can get an idea of the size. Let's get something that we recognise. I'm going to get out for you a shepherd's hook, because shepherd's hooks pretty standard size, aren't they? We all know the size and the shape of a shepherd's hook, but I just want to show you so that you can actually see exactly how massive some of these emeralds are. This is a different emerald, but still massive in size. Look at that size comparison. If you compare this to the size of your shepherd's hook, isn't that such a large emerald? You're also going to be getting in here, look at these, amethyst drops. Again, big size. And this that you're getting in this one in particular, it's such an amazing clarity. The clarity on this is second to none. You're also going to be getting some wonderful pops of colour. Look at this lovely one here. Oh, wow. I've just noticed in this, there's a wonderful play of colour going on within this. I'm wondering if you're picking it up. No, you can't quite. Let's try the other side. Not quite, but I'm getting internally within this true rainbow colours. Get this, oh, you can see a tiny, tiny flash of it just there, but I'm getting that throughout. Wonderful pops of your rainbow colours. Oh my goodness, I get, oh, wow, this is like opening your presents on Christmas Day, because I've opened one and then I've seen another that I love. Look at this amazing one here as well. How stunning. Look at the faceting on this. Now, this is a luxury deluxe strand. So this is your true high-end selection. On our website for the tube, it's £14.95. You're getting so much in here. I'm going to be really delicate with them because they're just so wonderful. You're going to be getting so many in there, and it's normally £14.95. But as well as this deluxe tube, which very rarely do we see that in a kit, do we? So it'll be wonderful to see what the wonderful Janet's going to create with these. Can I also point out, I always have this problem with tubes. You can never get them back in. The reason is that we squish them so full. It's a little bit like gemstone Tetris. You've got to really work hard to get them all in, and I can't. They just do not fit in because it's so full. We give you as many as we can possibly cram in to this deluxe tube. So you're going to be getting a wealth of goodies in this. Look, you can just see how I can't fill them in even at all. I'm going to have to very precariously balance this on the side. You're not just going to be getting the wonderful strand, the deluxe set, the 925 poinsettia connectors and the aquamarine strand. You're also going to be getting a 925 findings pack. So I showed you the lovely shepherd hook. You're also going to be getting your toggle clasp, your lobster claw clasp, your crimp bead covers, your crimps, your jump rings, your head pins. Yep, your head pins and the wonderful heart chain. I'm going to get the heart chain out because I love the heart chain. Now this pack by itself is £12.95. So for these findings pack, which you're getting 43 pieces of this 925, for the findings pack and also the tube, you're going to be paying £27.90. You're also going to be getting everyone's favourite, your beading threads, your elastic and your monofilament, the essentials really for jewellery making. So, if we think of it this way, you're going to be getting your findings pack and your deluxe gem scoop for £27.90. The whole kit by itself would be £44.75. We're not going to go anywhere near that. Nowhere near that price. Your price on this today, £19.95. What's my saving on that? What's my saving on that? This by itself, this deluxe scoop, is normally £14. You've got a saving of almost £25 on this kit. You're getting this kit for better than half price. You don't hear that very often, do you? Even with our kits. Over £25 saving. So you're getting the bead scoop, the deluxe high end with your emeralds, with your amethyst and so much more. But you're getting everything else for just £5. This is a better than half price deal for you today. £25 saving. You're getting it for just £19.95. Now, what I would say to you is people are on the phones. And I'm in low quantities of this. How many have I got of this, Producer Kim? 60 left. I have 60 left of these. So I do encourage you to get that now because you've got a £25 saving on this today. Janet, what are you thinking of the price?
That is amazing, £20. And when you see how many emeralds you've got out of the one that I've got,
yeah,
there's some chunky emeralds in there.
Some really big ones, isn't there? And in yours, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 emeralds. 9 emeralds.
And that's just the emeralds. And then you think you've got the amethyst, and then you've got the aquamarine, and then you've got the silver,
isn't it?
for £20.
This is deluxe. This is the high end, high grade. Because when you get this home, you'll be able to see the clarity of so many of them is impeccable. The aquamarine in particular in yours here is just screaming out to me because it's clear as water with that wonderful aqua colour that you would expect from your high grade aquamarine. So you've got a £25 saving on this kit today, and you've got emeralds.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a
no-brainer. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you saw it, what were you thinking?
Well, I didn't see it until this morning. This is the one that I didn't actually get to do. This is the one that Susanna did. She's done such a lovely job. It's such a pretty necklace.
Hasn't she created a wonderful piece here? These ones are by Suzanne.
But she's used the heart chain to make the little drops where the amethyst are, which look really, really pretty. And use the flower connector as well in the bracelet.
I love that flower connector, 925 poinsettia style.
It is gorgeous, isn't it? Really pretty. And the earrings as well, the way she's done the earrings is sort of a bit unusual as well.
How has she done those earrings? Because this section at the top, she's just left the head pin.
Yeah, I'll show you that if you want me to demo that.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I thought what we'd do is show the little drop with the amethyst and the chain.
Yeah.
And maybe the earrings, just so that people can see, you know, the technique.
That sounds wonderful, yeah.
Right, okay, so if you go for the amethyst and the chain,
so this is the drops in between each of these sections you're seeing now.
So what she's done then is put a little jump ring on the top so that you can actually just thread that then through the necklace.
And how have you attached the amethyst?
I'll show you how to do that now.
Oh, wonderful.
Right, so if you get a head pin and an amethyst. I've probably done it a little bit different to Susanna, but it's, well, you know, it'll all work out the same.
Yeah.
So just pop that through, and then if we just bend that up a little way, so we've got that, then bend the other side up. I've actually made that a little bit short. And what I needed to do, actually I'm going to straighten that out, and that's the good thing as well with the silver, that if you do make a mistake, it's easy enough to flatten out because it's quite
malleable, isn't it? Definitely. But it's got that durability as well because of the ore.
Right, okay, so if I move that a little bit further over, that's better, so we've got a bit of space there. Okay, bring the other one across, so you've got that shape. And then what I did,
creating a little triangle at the top.
Then what I did then is just curl that around. So we've got that little shape, that little dangle. And it's got a bit of movement on there as well. So if you straighten that up, you can wrap it, but what I'll do is I'll cut it off about 1 centimetre. So you've got about 1 centimetre left on there. Wrap it over, kink it back a little way so that you can make a good loop. So you've got a loop on there. Then take the flat nose pliers, open that loop, drop on the chain, if I can see, right, there we go, drop on the chain, close that up, so you've now got the chain there. Take a jump ring, open the jump ring. It's a really simple, easy technique, but it's really quite effective when you put it all together in a necklace. So there you've got the jump ring, and if I turn it that way you can see the little detail. And that then, the beading thread will just go through the jump ring, and you can just add that to your necklace. As it is on there, it's sort of graduated up.
So that's great if you have got one of the necklace trays and you lay it all out, because, well, you could still open the jump ring if you maybe missed one out. You don't have to thread it in turn,
No.
do you?
If you make a necklace and then think, oh, actually it needs a little bit something to add to it, you can always do that. Open the jump ring, slip it on, and that's just a way of adding the detail to it afterwards.
That's lovely. That's so wonderful. And this amount of wonderful gemstones that we've got on here. You've got on this your aquamarine. This is aquamarine heavy, isn't it? And you've also got your amethyst and a hefty amount of emerald as well. And Suzanne has finished this off at the back with a very, very simple crimp bead cover in the 925 and her wonderful toggle clasp there. I think the 925, the crimp bead covers just give it such a professional finish.
They do. They sort of finish it off, don't they?
Such a professional finish.
It's really pretty. Shall I go through the earrings? Just to
go ahead.
show how the earrings.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, please, because they're lovely.
So what Suzanne has done, she's put on a couple of stones with a crimp bead cover in the middle, closed, so we can use it as a little spacer bead. So you've just got that, and it's got the little bead on the bottom, so it's not going to slide off. Kink that back again, and this time I'll show you the wrap. So what I do is bend it over. Oops, I'll come over this way, and then wrap that around. Sometimes it's a bit fiddly, so use your flat nose pliers to hold it, because if it's a little short piece, it gets a bit fiddly. So just wrap that around. I'd probably wrap it round a little bit more than that. Cut it off so that it's pretty flush with the. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Let's have a look.
Have you got your glasses on?
I've got my glasses on, yeah, but it's a bit early for me. So you've got that head pin effect, and then I think what Susanna did is took another head pin. Well, not head pin, ball head pin. Just made a little loop at the bottom. So we've got that little loop.
Yeah.
And then slip that on. Tighten that up, just close that in a little way, just so that that's not going to fall off. So you've got that. And then create a loop at the top. So I just kink that back, make a little loop. So you've got that loop. And then it's just drop it onto a shepherd's hook. Which is a really simple, easy technique, but really effective, and you get lots of movement. And with the faceting on the amethyst, and there you've got a little. I would close that up a little bit more just to make sure it didn't fall off. But that's it, and then that's your earring. It's
so elegant and so eye-catching, but it's so simple. Yeah. It is one of those things that it just goes to show that you can create these stunning pieces without spending too much time on it, can't you?
But when you've got stones like that, you're halfway there.
Completely. Because in this, of course, you are going to be getting the deluxe scoop. So you've got your high grade amethyst, you're getting your high grade aquamarine with your wonderful emerald and so much more. You've also got that 50 carat strand of your aquamarine in the 4mm plain rounds, as well as the wonderful sterling silver poinsettia clasps. What they're called, connectors, and you're getting the sterling silver findings pack. You're getting 43 pieces in that. On this kit you have a £25 saving. Better than half price on this today. However, I said to you earlier that I only had 60 left. I have 29 left of these now, so please do quickly get in touch with us, because over half of my stock has gone on these. With a £25 saving, I'm not surprised.
No.
Not even slightly. You wish you were at home. How rude, Janet. I'm coming back to you in a bit. I do know what you mean. I know what you mean. To get these great deals. Now, ooh, you got cold then? Did you just feel the brush?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
I think it's the Ice Queen. We've got here for you these lovely Ice Queen strands. Now, this is going to be wonderful for the design you've seen. If you got the deluxe the deluxe scoop and you're thinking of working with the amethyst, which is quite a cooling, especially the aquamarine, quite cooling, quite natural, a lot of clarity in all of those, wouldn't it be lovely, maybe as opposed to keeping the aquamarine at the back, not the aquamarine, yeah, the aquamarine at the back, wouldn't it be lovely to keep that cooled clarity feeling with this wonderful Ice Queen set with these clear quartz in 3 very different varieties. You've got in here your crackled quartz in these wonderful rounds, just giving you these little icicles internally. You've also got these cubes of clear quartz. They look like little ice cubes, really just catching the light there. Of these cubes, you have 100 carats. And these are 5 by 6s. They're not really cubes if they're 5 by 6, but they look like cubes to me. They look like perfect cubes. Of the crackled quartz, by the way, you've got 370 carats of these 12mm rounds. And these ones, they're just like looking into glass, aren't they? These are your clear quartz in the large nuggets, and you're getting 520 carats worth on here. And if I show you the strand by itself, because it's something to really take note of, have you seen clear quartz this clear in this size before? Because I can tell you I haven't. These are perfectly clear. And you're getting a graduated strand here. They're around 14 by 20 all the way to 17 by 23. So you've got good sizes there. And the wonderful thing with clear quartz in a large sizes, it's large, so it's dramatic. But because it's clear, you've got that elegance and that wonderful sort of modern look running through the clarity, even though you've got the chunky sizes. As well as those 3 wonderful strands, you're also going to be getting 2 gauges of wire, 10 meters of each, your 0.6 and your 0.8 in this stunning silver color. This is an Ice Queen deal, and this is going to be a very cool price. Should be paying over £30 for this, but not today. Your price should be over 30, but not today. £19.95. That is a whopping £10 saving for the 3 strands and your 0.6 and your 0.8mm silver wire. £10 saving over today. What a wonderful deal to get this much clarity and to get these shapes and sizes. You're getting 1,000 carats worth, is it? Almost 1,000 carats worth you're getting in this for less than £20. It's Ice Queen kit, and that is a very cool price. So let's keep it cool with your designs at home. Let's head over to the Wall of Fame. Welcome over to Wall of Fame Corner. First time you've been here, Janet.
It is.
You excited?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Isn't it? It's a lovely little area. We have got some designs that you have sent in, and I would describe this as colour popping. Look.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't that stunning? Take a look at this for me. This is been sent in for us from Anna. Dear JM, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. JewelleryMaker colour quartz chain and silver plated heart. And this is from Anna in Studley. Thank you so much for this, Anna. This is the type of thing that I would wear.
Yeah, you could easily wear that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Because you've got the pops of colour, it's so in fashion right now. When you're looking at Dior jewellery and Giorgio Armani, they're working with pops of colour exactly like this, all in one piece of jewellery. So Anna, you've absolutely nailed it in this. This is so fashionable.
The longer length as well.
I love the longer length. Yeah. Because you can wear a longer length with anything, can't you?
That's right.
And you've kind of got that relaxed feel to it. Thank you very much for this, Anna. You are number 226 today.
Right, so this one is from Donna, and it's beautiful, isn't it?
Wow.
Really lovely colours. Isn't it gorgeous?
I love the spirals around the gemstones.
They're really, really pretty. And it says, hi all, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's made from polymer clay, aventurine and bronze copper findings, all from JM. Hope I win, as I need to do some more courses with you. Good luck to all, love, Donna. Well, good luck to you, Donna.
Oh, Donna, thank you so much for sending this in.
And that's 227. Isn't it pretty? That aventurine is just beautiful, isn't it?
And it's working so well with that colour, the antique bronze, the chain, because it makes it pop more, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
Well done for that, Donna. I absolutely adore it.
Polymer clay as well. Those little roses, polymer clay.
I know. I've never been able to shape polymer clay. I don't think I squidge it in enough.
No, very clever.
Very, very clever. Thank you for sending that in, Donna. Now I have. Look at this.
Ooh,
Gold
I like that.
explosion. Is this something you'd wear?
That's my kind.
I love that cuff. I love a cuff. This is sent in from Rachel in Bristol. Good morning, Rachel. Hope you're bright and not bleary-eyed like me and Janet. Hi, everyone. This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame, a wirework cuff and matching earrings, which I've made for my work's Christmas party on Wednesday. I used pearls, rutilated quartz, gold-plated wire from JewelleryMaker, and black crystals from my stash. I love watching this show. I learned so much, and I'm hoping for some JewelleryMaker goodies from Santa this year. Wishing you all a fabulous Christmas. Rachel, thank you so much for this. I bet this is going to go down really well with your Christmas party. Is it this Wednesday, Rachel, or is it next Wednesday? Is it the Wednesday just gone? If you've already been, give us a little message in now and tell us what everyone thought about it, because I bet their eyes were caught with this, weren't they?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's stunning. Lovely. And that cuff, I love cuffs, because you can, if you've got a donut bun, you can put it in there as well, can't you?
Really pretty.
Really pretty. Rachel, your number today is 230. Good luck to you.
Right, okay. And here we've got from Kim, who says, hi all at JM. It's quite a long one. My Wall of Fame entry is made from the first kit I bought from JM. I wasn't sure how to use the Amazonite pairs because of the small drill holes, but then I watched the Little Black Dress show and was inspired by Linda's boutique collection designs. This is my scaled down version of her beautiful design using the Amazonite pairs and apatite rounds. On the bracelet, I've added some quartzite flowers. Hope you like it and hope you all have a great Christmas. Love from Kim in Clacton-on-Sea.
Thank you so much for sending this in.
Isn't it pretty? I love these little drops. And this is almost like the technique we just did with the earrings.
It is quite similar. I love the flowers that she's used on there. It just goes to show that you can use the flowers in really elegant pieces. As a set, that's wonderful.
That's right, it is beautiful. And these drops, they're beautiful. It is all beautiful.
That is stunning. Thank you so much for sending that in. Look at this, Janet.
Oh, fishy.
Fishy. Have a look at this wonderful fish design for me. This is sent in from Angie. Nice to see you, Angie. Thank you for sending this in. I love it. She says, hi all at JM. Hope you're ready for Christmas. I am, are you?
No, not at all.
Nope. Here is a fish I have made as a thank you for a restaurant in Newquay called Butcher's Bistro, where the staff were very kind and welcoming to us. It is made from gold and blue wire in several thicknesses with scale mail and nylon thread. The eye is an agate. There's donut with hematite bead inside. The grills are, what does this say, Janet?
Abalone.
Abalone. And the bones in the middle are topped with 3 colours of Baroque cultured pearls, all from JM, and so are the techniques I used. Thanks to all for your continued inspiration. Angie, I bet the restaurant were over the moon with this.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? And I like the scale mail as well. I didn't see that in there.
I know, it's quite subtle, isn't it? But what a wonderful way to use it.
And the eye as well. Look how pretty that is. Very clever.
So clever. And I think that's so wonderful that you've given that to a restaurant. So much better than a tip, that,
yes.
Isn't it? Much better than a tip. So we're going to swim on over to a break now. But after that, I have some wonderful treats for you, including our Advent deal. I will see you after this very short break.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? Would you like to try a new hobby? Then why not give us a call on 0800 644 655 and we'll send you a free copy of our DVD and booklet to help you get started. You don't even need to make an order. Get involved with JewelleryMaker.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at JewelleryMaker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. If you have a question or query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Welcome back to JewelleryMaker. Thank you for joining me. You're joined by myself, Becky, and the wonderful Janet is squirreling away on her challenge at the moment. How's it going?
Okay.
Good.
Haven't done much yet, but the ideas are there.
Oh, I like that. The ideas are flowing. Now, if you've got an advent calendar, go grab it now. We're going to open ours. Let's open them together. 17th today already. Oh, I'm excited about this now. Hello, hang on. Ka-chow! That was good. That was so satisfying. I cannot even tell you. Oh my goodness. Advent calendar. Look at this for me. You're gonna love it. This is so festive. I am bubbling with excitement over this exceptional strand of peridot. Please take a look at this wonderful, wonderful example in these faceted rondelles. Look at this zesty, appealing lime bursts we're getting from this peridot. Now with peridot, it's often believed that the zestier the colour, the better. I'm telling you that the zest on this is second to none. You are working with the brightest limes that you could possibly want from a wonderful peridot strand. When you're looking at this, you're thinking of bright spring colours. You're thinking of those wonderful warm tones. Green we often think of as quite cooling, but because this has got so much zest in it, you're really looking at lovely bright spring tones, imagining the warmth coming through in those early days of spring. But of course it is green, so it's so festive. It's very much of this time of year also. Now peridot, of course, has been so popular throughout centuries and centuries, and you can see why with this wonderful strand. Now this is graduated, which means that you're able to create looks in different sizes, but also continue the graduations on in your pieces if you so wish. It's graduated from around 3x2mm all the way to your 5x3. And this is a 30cm strand. It is a lengthy strand. Now, Janet, tell me what you think of when you think of peridot.
Fresh. You just think freshness, and like you say, zesty. You think of limes. With that colour, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And like you say, very festive as well.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the way that this is faceted, really adding to that brightness and that zesty, fresh tones that you're getting within here. If you're looking at adding a pop of colour to your designs, but perhaps you're trying to do it in a delicate, subtle way, then this is going to be the strand for you. And the fact that you can work with these zesty, fun tones with such an elegant and luxurious gemstone as peridot, with such an elegant, seductive sparkle, is something really special. And the way that you can use these in the designs is going to show that you have the gemstone knowledge, that you have the creativity, because you don't need to be afraid with this wonderful strand colour, because although you're getting that pop and that zestiness, the seductive sparkle due to this faceting is giving you a really elegant look. 65 carats of your peridot. Now, because this is an Advent deal, I obviously didn't know what was going to be in the Advent calendar today, so I'm not sure what the price on this is going to be. I've got a figure in my head, and we're definitely looking, of course, double figures. Of course, it's peridot. Where would I be looking for peridot? I've got a figure in my head. Have you got one in your head? Of course it's double figures because it's peridot. But how far up in double figures are you thinking? So double figures wise, because it's peridot, so of course we're looking in double figures, aren't we? Especially for this amount of zest and this high tone. 65 carats. Have you got a figure in your head? I know I have. Have you got a figure in your head, Janet?
I have.
Okay. Let's have a look what price we're going to do this for today.
That wasn't the figure I had.
That's not the figure, even close. Should there be a 1 in front of that 6? I was thinking around the £16 mark. I genuinely was.
I
What
went
were
a
you
little bit
thinking?
higher than that.
Did you? What were you going for?
I was going for about 18, 19 maybe.
£6.95. That is something I did not expect. We never do that type of price on peridot, let alone 65 carats on a 30cm strand. That isn't what I was expecting. Is that what you were guessing at home? I bet it wasn't. I bet it wasn't that price. £6.95 for you today. YJRU73. Please get this home, because the appealing zesty tone, it's gonna add freshness, it's gonna add life, and it's gonna add a pop of fun colour to your designs for just £6.95 today. That is really special. I have got some hefty, handsome strands in this bundle for you now. Instantly, of course, my eye is drawn to this. Feast your eyes on these, Janet. Aren't they?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Massive. They've got this sugar-like effect. You know when you get the really large pieces of your rock salt? It's like that. It's like the large pieces of rock salt when you get that gleam over it. These are 800 carats of your clear quartz and your smoky quartz. Look at the deep smoky tones. That is something special. These are 18 by 19 mil all the way to a massive 33 by 28 mil, and they're 800 carats on this. But you're not just getting these, you're going to be getting these exquisite bicones in this wonderful clear quartz. 60 carats worth you're getting here of your 6 mil bicones. I love a bicone, I've got to admit. Just makes me think very Art Nouveau, very classical, a little bit Great Gatsby. I love a bicone. It's so easy to work with as well. Not only are you going to be getting this, you've got 4 strands in this wonderful bundle. You're also getting these exquisite faceted rectangles. These are your 11 by 8. These are smoky quartz, and as usual, beauty within the eye of the beholder, but the smokiness you're getting on these is so deep. And normally the deepness, the more deep, the more smoky the stone, the higher grade we're talking, the more luxurious. And you're getting that same depth and luxury in smokiness with these wonderful faceted coins. Of your wonderful rectangles, you've got 115 carats of this one sparkling away here. And with your faceted puffy coins in the 8 mils, you're going to be getting 90 carats. This carat weight is a hefty amount, isn't it? 800 in these wonderful nuggets, 90 of the faceted coins, 115 of the rectangles, and 60 in the bicones. This is a high carat amount. Now, I understand that these nuggets could be a little bit worrying, but I'm going to get the price in and then I'm going to ask Janet what she would do with these nuggets. Your price for this exquisite high-end bundle should be £30. Would you like a £5 saving today? I'd love a £5 saving, but I'd really love a £10 saving. £19.95 for you today. It should be 30. You're getting it for just £19.95. It's wonderful to be able to bring you these fantastic deals. Now, if you're looking at these large nuggets and you're thinking, I think they're a bit daunting, let's head over to Janet. What would you suggest doing with these wonderful large nuggets?
What I would do is probably take 4 or 5 of them, wire wrap them and have them in the centre of a necklace, and then use the other gemstones as like accents around them.
I really like that idea.
Yeah, just wrap them, link them all together and have them as like maybe a little boob effect. And then
really
the others as
like
accents.
that. I've got a comment in on screen. This is from Linda. Hi Linda, thank you for your comment. We really do appreciate it. It says, web comments. Ooh, those chunky quartz pieces look like Turkish delight. Smiley face. Linda, you are not wrong. They look delectable, don't they? They really do. They've got that. That's exactly the glow I'm going for. This Turkish delight style glow you're getting. Linda, I hope you've got your hands on these, because you'll be able to create some truly delightful, delicious pieces with these, won't you? Janet, did you just roll your eyes at my Turkish delightfulness? She did.
Sorry.
Rolled her eyes. Oh, that is too cheesy, Becky. Too cheesy. Your price, £10 saving over on these today. £19.95 for you. Please do get your hands on these, because you're getting in here so much smoky quartz, not only with this deep smoke with your rectangles and your puffy coins, but also in these nuggets. We do not often get rough cut nuggets with smoky quartz, do we? It's rare that we get them. Just £19.95 for your 4 strands, £10 saving for these today. Those are chunky, statement, dramatic pieces, aren't they? Let's have a little look. What have we got in here? Wow. DVDs. Now, DVDs are fantastic, aren't they? Because you get in your own home, your very own little guest designer, don't you? Talking you through every single step, but the great thing is you can stop them, pause them, rewind them whenever you need to. If you don't catch a technique, simply go back. And I have got for you here a true selection of DVDs. You're going to be getting the DVD box. Now this itself is normally around £3. You're also going to be getting plenty of DVDs in it. We've got lots of quite recent DVDs in here as well. You're going to be getting your wire sculpture, and this is a DVD by the wonderful Alison. I know she's very, very popular. You will learn how to do the wirework box, the wirework stocking, and the wirework bell, including learning how to make the scrolling technique, which is something that's used throughout. And the lovely thing with this is the box itself is a little trinket box that opens and closes. Isn't that wonderful for gifts? Wouldn't it be nice to create not only the box as a gift, but then have a little trinket inside to give to someone? How wonderful. You've also got your Cuffs and Bangles DVD, and this is by the spellbinding Laura Binding herself. In here, you'll learn how to do the cuff bangle, your ribbon bangle, the swirl bangle, your sponge sugar bangle, your weave, and your clasp bangle. So you have got a lot of techniques that you'll learn on this. And I know that I launched this DVD and it flew out. And I've watched it as well. There's so many techniques. As well as the 6 projects you're getting, you're also going to learn so many techniques to really go wild with your own designs. As well as that, you're getting this Finishing Touches DVD. And this is something that I think everybody should own. Everyone should own this DVD, because for me, it's a thing that makes a difference between your homemade jewellery that's lovely and wonderful and you're really proud of, and your professional jewellery that you're happy to sell. It teaches you little techniques, little things to how to finish off professionally your individual designs. Because I know what I'm like. I'm a bit of a messy worker. At the back of some of my designs, there's bits sticking out, swirls around everywhere. After watching this DVD, I was able to take techniques just to give the true finishing professional touches. So if you're at that point in the moment where you love your designs, but you think there's little bits of improvement to be made, then this is definitely the DVD for you. As well as that, you're going to be getting a Soutache DVD, which again is relatively new. And the Soutache DVD is wonderful because it's giving you all of your basic techniques and much, much more. You'll learn how to do all the projects that you're seeing on screen, as well as learning techniques that you can carry on into your other Soutache designs. As well as that, we've got your Viking Knit DVD. Viking knit, of course, ever so popular because you can create so many different looks relatively easily. And you can even do the same weave with different colours and you get a completely different feel. Do the same weave with different colours and then make it a tighter knit and you have a completely different look again. It's one of those techniques that once you've got the technique down, you can really simply change just the colour, just the width, and you've got a totally different look. It's such a versatile technique with your Viking knit. So you're going to be getting 5 of these DVDs today. Now normally the DVDs are £4.95 each, and your box is normally £3. £3.95, sorry. So you should be paying £28.70 for these today. You should be paying that. But it's going to be nowhere near that. It was going to be £12.50, which is a dramatic saving, isn't it? If these are pretty much a £5 each, and then you've got the box for £3.95, and that price would be £2.50 each with a free box. But we're going to be a little bit cheeky. Do you know what? Why not? It's Tuesday. It's a difficult point in the week, isn't it? We're not quite to the hump of Wednesday. £9.95, producer Kim, you're going to get told off. £9.95. Price per DVD is £1.99. And a free box. Normally £4.95, today £1.99. Even if you went down to your local bargain basement store and you got any DVD in the bargain bin, it was something that's like 5 years old, no one really liked it, you wouldn't be able to buy a DVD for £1.99, and that's one that you'll watch it once, realise it's rubbish and probably never watch again. These you will watch over and over and over to really finish off your designs. What a wonderful gift. What a wonderful, wonderful gift. For someone who perhaps has never made jewellery before. Maybe it's someone who's starting out and they're not quite sure what technique they want to get into, or perhaps they're like me. I'm one of those jewellery makers who I'll learn one technique, but as I'm sort of half learning it, I'll also try and learn another technique. One of those people who likes to keep themselves really busy. Have you got someone who they're one of those people who's impossible to buy for? One of those people who has everything? If you've got one of those people in your family, get this for them. There is no greater gift, I believe, than passing on a skill. I've always believed that. There is no greater gift than passing on knowledge and a skill. And that is exactly what you're getting in this. Not £4.95 per DVD, just £1.99 today, and your free box. Pass on a wonderful gift of knowledge. Or keep it for yourself. Why not? Why not keep it for yourself? At that price, even if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, well, I've already got that Viking knit DVD, but you haven't got the other 4, well then, still get it, because the price you're saving is ridiculous. £1.99 for your box and your DVDs. What a great deal for you. Let's keep the great deal going. Is it this wonderful bust? We're going to be giving to you today for our Christmas sale this lovely selection of these deep burnt umber tones. I think they look nice as is. I really do. In here, you're going to be getting 210 carats of the faceted drops. I've just dropped him. Now, it says to me here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. It says on my slide in front of me that there are 210 carats of faceted drops. It's these ones, is it? So when we're saying faceted, we're meaning that they're kind of in these almost pyramid shape. They're not your general rounds. They've got 4 sides to them. They have a base bottom, and then they go up to a 4-sided point at the top as well. So you've got this wonderful strand. As well as this, you have 60 carats of your red agate in these top drilled drops, which are 8 by 6 mil. You're also going to be getting your puffy rectangles in 14 by 10 mil, and you're getting 130 carats on here. You've got also these lovely wheels. These are wheelie goods. I'm just trying to make Janet roll her eyes now. She did it. You're getting these lovely wheels, and you're getting, as well as them, these swirl drums. As you can see, they're 4-sided. They puff out into the centre, and then the faceting is swirling around each of them individually. And these ones are your 270 carats. Now these reds are more of the burnt umber tones, and agate, of course, is the stone of hope. Agate's very much known as the stone of hope. Very simply, it's especially in the Philippines, but in a lot of areas of the world. But in the Philippines in particular, agate is seen as the gem of hope. And the reason, there's an old folklore in the Philippines that says there was a gentleman who was very, very poor. He was looking after his family, and he was out hunting for the dinner for tea that evening, and he managed to spear himself a stag. Now this stag that was speared carried on running through the glens, absolutely no problem, and he ran after it to try and catch it. The stag then went into this huge cavern, and he completely lost the stag within there. And as he was resting, completely out of breath, of course, so upset that not only has his dinner got away for his poor family, the only food they were going to have for that week, but also he'd lost his hunting spear. So he was, of course, absolutely distraught and so tired after running after this stag. He went to rest against a tree. And as he rested against it, a branch snapped and the tree began to speak to him. But he didn't have time to listen to it. He was such a fluster that he ran out of this cave through lots of little nooks and crannies. He got home, and still with the branch in his hand, he was shaking, trying to explain to his family that he was so sorry that he wasn't going to be able to feed them that week. When he looked at the branch, each individual berry was made up of red agate. He was over the moon because, of course, although he hadn't got his stag, he had this bejewelled, wonderful branch that he was then going to be able to sell on and make a lot of money from. He was so happy with it that he tried to go and find this same area, but he could not find it. He searched for months and months and was completely unable to find it. But that was okay, because he had this lovely branch filled with agate. And this Filipino story basically is meant to represent the fact that when you stop looking for things, that's when you find them. And when all hope is lost, you still have a chance that something will just spark and come to you. And that is why the Filipinos completely believe that agate is the gemstone of hope, because of that Philippines folklore. And can't you see why with these gemstones? You can completely tell why, can't you? You can imagine these just bejeweling this wonderful magical stick that he finds because of these wonderful berry tones that you're getting with each. Truly the gemstone of hope. And let's hope that you're going to get a great price on this today. You should be paying for these 5 strands £30 on our website, but not today. £15. That's just £3 per strand for you today. It's the gemstone of hope, and I hoped it would be a good price, and this really is. That's a 50% deal for you today. 50% off on these umptuous, sumptuous berry tones of agate. I've got a piece of jewellery here that's been made out of this wonderful bundle from our lovely budding beaders. And don't these just highlight to you the Filipino folklore? You can imagine, can't you? Look at these little flowers on your magical hope stick with all these lovely berries. It's so bejewelled. So this is created completely from this. This has been created by Susan. And I'm thinking these work fantastically with these golden tones, don't they?
They're beautiful.
They work so nicely. So you can create this look and so much more for just £15 and 95p. Now you are on the phones for these, and I'm not surprised, because they are the gemstone of hope. And it is something really wonderful. It should be double that price at around £30, just £15 for you today. Now I've got coming up for you this kit. This will be coming up for you at the end of the show, but I just want to give you a little show of it now, because if you're feeling cool, calm and relaxed, then this is going to be the kit for you. We'll be bringing this later for you. Look at all these lovely aquamarines. What wonderful tones. You've got all of those coming up for you very, very shortly. But before that, I just want to recap the early bird. Did you have a bit of a lie-in this morning? If you did, don't worry. I wish I did. That would have been lovely, wouldn't it? It's much better to be here though and to bring these wonderful things to you. I want to remind you of what our early bird deal was, because it was something really special. If you've got loads of craft fairs coming up over the next year or so, or you've perhaps got a big event that you want to give little handmade gifts for, perhaps a wedding, well, this is your early bird. And this is the one for you. You're getting 100 shepherd's hooks, 100 head pins, 100 eye pins, 100 bolt ring clasps, and 50 grams of both your crimps and your crimp bead covers. You've got a wealth in here. You've got an absolute stash. Even just with your bolt rings, you've got the possibility to make 100 necklaces, because you're getting 100 bolt rings. These are in your antique bronze colour. And your price on these for the early bird today is just £19.95. It should have been £30. So you're getting a whopping £10 back in your pocket. Huge £10 saving. Think of what you could do with £10. You've made a massive £10 saving on that. How wonderful. This kit is my favourite kit of the day, I've got to be honest. This is standing out for me so much because you've got this zesty lemon tones, but then you've also got this wonderful, calming amethyst. In the amethyst, you're going to be getting 220 carats of these long nuggets. Now, actually, I've got these at home. In fact, I'll show you something in a second, Janet, that I've created with these. Okay. You're getting 220 carats of these long nuggets. You're also going to be getting, in these plain rounds, 100 carats of this lemon quartz in 6mm rounds. They are zesty, they are poppy, they are bright and breezy. How lovely are those? As well as that, you're getting 90 carats of this stunning lemon quartz in these graduated step cut saucers. And this is an 18cm strand. If I show you this step cut faceted bright yellow quartz by itself, because I really need you to get a full feel of this. Aren't they so special? Now, the wonderful thing with quartz is, of course, its strength. On the Mohs scale, we're looking at around an 8, and that's wonderful because it means that you can have it as everyday wear. You don't have to be afraid that it will get really easily scratched or that it'll really easily break. It won't, because it's a truly hard, durable gemstone. So it's lovely that you're able to work with these bright, flashy, summery colours, but also you've got the durability there of the quartz, that you're able to wear it as day wear. Add a pop of colour to your work uniform, your work outfit. Add a wonderful pop of colour with this lovely strand. You've also got, sticking on the yellow quartz, these lovely plain rounds, and they've got such a little zesty pop of colour. This is such an awakening strand. If this doesn't wake you up in the morning, I do not know what will. You've got 100 carats on these 6mm rounds. And as well as that, you've also got this wonderful ametrine, 220 carats on these ametrine nuggets. If you look at them individually, you've got the wonderful banding in some, where the amethyst turns to your citrine colours. It's not often that you get that, but you're getting it on fair few in this. You're getting these wonderful pops of citrine, which of course go perfectly with our lemon quartz. But you're also getting the wonderful amethyst tones that you'd expect, these rich, almost lavender effects. This is a very springy kit, isn't it? Because you've got the lovely spring flower colours in this ametrine with the purples, but you've also got these zesty tones. I'm going to show you what I've made with these, Janet, because I think you might recognise it. Now, bear in mind that this is not finished. I whipped it up last night, okay? But this is the type of thing you can do with these ametrine.
Oh.
Oh, look what I did last night while I was watching Corrie.
Look at you.
You see how I've used the ametrine nuggets to create that flower?
That's really pretty.
Janet, do you recognise this design at all?
I do, that's very good.
I copied your design that we did together yesterday.
Good, I'm glad.
So these are the you can create, because nuggets, when I looked at nuggets, I thought, that's quite daunting actually. That's quite scary to work with nuggets. But you can create these lovely organic flower shapes, can't you, with them?
We can do lots of things with them, but I think it's just being bold and having a go and not be afraid of them, because nuggets can be a bit scary if you've not used them before. But like you say, you've made that flower and it's really beautiful. So
thanks very much.
Well done.
Thanks. As well as those wonderful strands, you're going to be getting, of course, your essentials, the lovely beading thread, your ever versatile elastic, and your monofilament. You're also going to be getting 10 meters of your 0.6 mil wire in this lovely silver tone. 0.6, of course, very, very versatile. We were talking about this yesterday, weren't we, Janet? How it's brilliant because it's so malleable,
yep.
But then you can use it for things such as your findings. You can use it for the intricate sections, but you
That's
can
right.
double it up and twist it and use it structurally, can't
That's
you?
it. I mean, you can use it for weaving. Like you say, you can twist it and use it for structural for frames and things. I've used it today to make a ring, so you can use it for rings.
Oh, you've used it in a ring?
You can make earring findings. You know, it's really versatile.
So it's a really, really good gauge to be having. You're getting 10 meters of this, and you're getting... It's not often you see a matrix in a kit, is it? I think I've only done it twice before, but you're getting one today. This is your findings matrix. In here, you're going to be getting 10 lobster claw clasps, 10 bolt ring clasps. You're getting, I think it's 3 of your toggle clasp, but I'll show you them shortly. You're also going to be getting a length of this chain, which I would describe as your waved oval, but you're getting another one of my favourite chains. I love the heart chain, but I also adore this chain. Look at this, it's so delicate. It's almost spun by fairies. It's so, so intricate and small. These I would describe as your small, flattened circles. Now these are small enough. Let me have a little look. These are small enough that you'd be able to get a 0.4 through that chain if you did want to do a ruffled like effect. But of course, with your large oval, you'll be able to get through any gauge if you did want to create a charm style bracelet. You're getting a good length of each of these. As well as these, you're going to be getting everybody's favourite, your toggle clasps. And don't forget, these toggle clasps, simply for ease, they are done up there with a jump ring, so you've technically got an additional 3 jump rings to everything else. You're going to be getting 10 pieces of your bolt rings, 10 pieces of your fish locks. You're going to be getting 35 of your open jump rings. You're getting 4 of the toggle clasps. You're also going to be getting 35 pieces of your plated copper 3 mil balls. The little balls, the little spacer balls, yeah. No, wait, are they balls or are they crimp? No, they're crimp bead covers. How wonderful. These are crimp bead covers, so you can open them up and create a perfect circle. Now, the thing is, these are... Of course, if you've got plenty of findings, maybe you're used to getting findings in the small organza bag. Now those are wonderful, aren't they? They're really great to have, but with this, you're just getting extra. Because when we do bring you those findings packs, you don't get 4 toggle clasps, do you? You don't get 10 bolt rings. You'll get 1 or 2 of each. So you're getting a true stash in this. in this lovely silver colour, just working so well with your wire. You're getting in the findings kit 106 pieces. So you should be paying for this almost £40, which actually, let me remind you of these strands, £40 for ametrine and your 2 quartzes in this wonderful poppy yellow colour. That's a great price. Almost £40 is a great price. But we're going to do it much better for you today. £21.95 for you today. Janet's just giving me a cheeky smile. She likes that price a lot. £21.95. That is a deal not to be missed. So please do get on the phone now. You're going to be getting these 3 strands, your beading thread, your elastic, your matrix of your findings, as well as your wire. The strands by themselves should be £21.85. So for 10p, you're getting everything else. You're getting all of these products for 10p. That is a deal not to be missed. If you love ametrine, we do not have it in often, do we? We really don't, let alone in a kit. So don't miss it now. Because in some of these ametrine, you're getting the most luxurious change of colour from the amethyst to the citrine colour, just in one of the long nuggets. And that's something that we don't give you often. And we're bringing it to you in a kit. Isn't that amazing?
Excuse me, it is amazing.
What did you think of this when you saw it?
Sorry.
Right.
I thought they were just beautiful and something light. I wanted to keep it light. And I wanted to show as well how the 0.6 can be used as for a structural piece with the circles and things.
I'm in love with that. How would you describe this look?
Well, when I was doing it, I sort of thought about, this is going to sound really bizarre, I sort of thought about planets rotating around the Earth and things. So that's how I sort of started off, really.
Oh, I love that.
So,
I really like where people get their inspiration from. And I'm like you, I'll think of something random and then something will come out of it.
Try and translate it into something else. So that was the sort of inspiration for that. And then I thought the floating necklace, because it was quite light as well, so I wanted to keep it light.
The floating necklace is something that is so fashionable, so in right now, isn't it?
So we did that, and I put the lemon quartz on it. But the lemon quartz is just so beautiful.
Isn't it?
Gorgeous.
It's really zesty and fun.
And then the nuggets, the ametrine, I wanted to show how we could wrap with the 0.6. So I did the little shape and then just wrap those just to give it a bit more structure, because the nuggets sort of were a bit floppy on the beading thread.
Yeah.
But I've started off with the ring, to be honest. That's what I tend to do. If I get a kit, first thing I do, some people do earrings. I go straight for a ring, so I try and make a ring.
Do you?
Just to kick off proceedings.
I love this ring, and this is the ring very similar to one you had on yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is so wonderful. It's so nice because when you see the sides of it, there's quite a big, it goes up quite a lot, doesn't it, to a centrepiece, but it's not over the top, it's not too intrusive.
It's got the height to it.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's not too much. So you can wear it sort of every day, and or wear it sort of, when you're a bit dressed up and stuff.
A bit dressed up.
A bit dressy up.
So what are you going to be showing us?
Well, I thought we'd show the ring first.
Wonderful.
And then if we've got time, maybe the nugget pendant.
Lovely, because we did have a lady message in yesterday about your ring, didn't we?
And asked.
Did you make your ring? How did you do it? So, little demo for you.
Right, okay. So what I do is I take a piece of wire. It depends how many times you want to wrap around the shank of the ring. But I don't know, what's that?
I'd say it's about a metre.
About a metre. So then put the rounds directly onto the wire.
So you're popping on the lemon quartz in the rounds.
Put 3 on. Now this is a bit tricky for me because at home what I've got is I've got the ring mandrel in a vise, so I've got 2 hands to work with.
That's clever.
So for me I find that easier than sort of holding the ring mandrel. But we'll have a go.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll give it a go. Right, so there's 3 there. What we need to do then is wrap the wire around the mandrel. So if I just do that quickly, just so we get that in place. So you've got the 3 stones at the front. Then wrap it around a couple more times, holding that in place. We do the other side, making sure that we don't overlap them, because you don't want to overlap the wires. Then when you've got to that stage and you've wrapped around maybe a couple of times each, bring them over. So you've got 1 wire at each side, keeping it as tight as you can where you want it. She says, let it slip away. Right, wrap one of the wires around just to secure those, and take the other wire and wrap that around. So that then is quite secure on the mandrel. Then take one of the sides, bring it around and just around that centre stone, so you've got that effect. Holding that, bring it back around here just to secure it, and then just simply do the same on the other side. Bring it around, wrap it around the other side of the centre stone, get it to that section and wrap it around again, and that's it. You've got then that wrap.
That's so simple.
Yeah. But it's quite effective.
Yeah, completely. I thought that was going to be a lot more intricate.
No.
But it's just simple wrap.
It's sort of breaking the illusion, really, isn't it? It's sort of...
I love it.
And then what I do is just sort of cut off usable pieces. So you didn't really need as much as that. So, but once you start doing it, you get to know how much you're going to be using.
It's better to have more than less, isn't it?
Definitely. And then we just need to wrap that around the shank just to tidy it up and keep it all tight. So wrap that around once, try not to overlap your wires.
Is that just so it's nice and soft and smooth against the
Yeah.
finger?
And it just looks neat then. You don't want them overlapping, and I'd have to take it apart and do it again if I overlap them.
But yeah.
Yes. And most times when I do it, I put it onto the mandrel and pull, because you can get you can really pull it tight at that stage. And then what I do is just wrap that around a couple of times just to finish it off. When you get to the front, see, I've overlapped that now, brushing, there you go. You can push that back in place. So when you get to the front, clunk, snip off it on the top. You don't want the sharp edge inside, just in case. Get your flat nose pliers, squish that down, put it back on the ring mandrel just to make sure that it's rounded. Do the same to the other side, and there's your ring.
That's so wonderful. Thank you so much for showing us that, Janet. We have got a couple of minutes. If you can quickly show us how to do that lovely nugget, because it's so wonderful. I really want to see how you've used the ametrine. Don't forget, you're getting a wealth of ametrine in this kit, and it was supposed to be almost £40. You got a massive saving on this today. Almost half price you're getting on this kit today. So let's have a look how you managed to do that wonderful nugget flower shape.
So what I did is I threaded on the ametrine onto the beading thread. Yeah. As many as you want, depending on what size you want your little nuggets. Put a round bead, put both threads through the round bead, and keep them there. And what I did then is just pass the beading thread. Sorry, I'm going to get my head in the way. Back through the round bead just to secure it so that it's not going to go anywhere. And if we can do that on the other side as well, it means there's no need for crimps or anything then. It just holds it secure. So there you've got, that's secure now, that's not going to come off there. Then just take pieces of 0.6 and simply, it's a bit fiddly at first because it's quite floppy. Just hold, there you go, do it from that way. hold the piece, see, there, and then wrap around the 0.6. Once you've got a couple in, it will start to take shape. So it's simply holding the petals, holding the nuggets where you want them, wrap it around. So you can see then it sort of captures them. Pull that through. Then round again. But the 0.6 is quite, as we said before, you can use it structurally, but you can also use, I mean, it's quite malleable and easy to pull through. So you wrap that around. And it's simply doing that. And then what I did is once I'd gone round once, I just went round again. I think I went round twice. You're not really seeing the effect of there. So you do that just to capture them, so you're wrapping around.
I see, you're capturing each, so you're going inside the big loop and then just making sure that it catches on one at a time.
That's it. So you just sort of wrap it around so you get that effect. And then when you go around again, if you do it sort of like in the opposite direction, I'll show you if I get quickly back round to that section.
So you're almost going to be figure of eighting around once you go back.
So so that's that sort of section. So that's it, sort of the first wrap around. So it's already sort of more solid. Mm-hmm. And then perhaps just go in and try and cross over those wires a little bit more. See, so we're crossing over that wire there. So you can just sort of wrap them over, and it's just go around as many times as you want. If you think that, a couple of times isn't enough, just go around again, because you're not using an awful lot of wire. What have I done there? I'm making the right pig's ear of this. Right, there you go. So it's just then completely wrap it around and just keep going until you're happy that, that you've got enough wire on there.
It is one of those techniques, because I know when I was doing my wire wrapping the nuggets into the flower shape, they was moving around so much at first. I was getting quite frustrated, but even after just doing half of the semicircle of your flower, it got so much easier.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, do start it off. It will look really messy at first, but once you get around halfway round, it truly is more malleable. It's got less movement to it, and the wire kind of more malleable. It's easier to keep it all in place, so it's so much easier, isn't it?
So you've got to persevere with it, and that's I see that's already sort of starting to look a bit more
solid.
A bit more solid.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And it's simply just go round again, or as many times as you want, until you've got that solid shape. And then what I did at the back, because I went off from this, the beading thread is on here.
Yeah.
So we continue on there for the main necklace. But then for these sections, once you've done enough, just give it a little turn. Snip off just a couple of short pieces, not too much. And then I'm not going to do a swirl, but I'm just going to do a little curl. I know. Just a little curl, just to get those edges out of the way, just so that there's no sharp.
And you've got that little detail.
So you've got a little detail there, and then you've got
your piece.
Almost like a little
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for showing us, Janet.
No problem.
We will be heading back over with you in a moment. And I love that necklace. You've really simply just finished it off on the strands then, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really simple to create these standout pieces. And please don't forget, I'll be back with you, Janet.
Okay, doke.
Don't get lonely, I'm only here. And don't forget, you are getting 220 carats of diametrine in that, so it's a really great deal. It should have been nearly £40. £21.95, you can't go wrong. Now I'm going to do a quick recap for you, just because I know that loads of you flooded in for these. But I'm thankful to say they have quite high quantities of these. However, as you can imagine, it's gone down pretty fast from when I brought it to you an hour or so ago. So I want to give you the chance to own this now. We've only got 40 left. This is your wonderful strand of 65 carat peridot. I've got way over half my stock gone on this, way over. So I can imagine this is going to flash out. Can I just show you? Can you see how it almost glows in this section here where it's catching the light? Such a wonderful effect. This is your zesty and appealing peridot, and we gave you a very zesty and appealing price, that's for sure. Your price on this 65 carat strand today was £6.95. We had double figures in our head for this. Both me and Janet had double figures in our head for this, but not today. £6.95. I was thinking more 16. Janet was thinking, you were thinking more 18, weren't you?
Definitely.
The price on this is outstanding. Just £6.95 for zesty, appealing, spring, fresh colours to your designs. £6.95 for you today. Look at what I'm bringing to you now. This is such a fun matrix box. These are your copper coloured beads in this spacer box we're getting here. You're going to be getting some wonderful shapes in here. Almost charm bracelet style we're looking at. We're going to show you some. I've got here for you, if I show you against the black it might be a little bit easier. Look at these lovely rice bead shapes you're going to be getting. Now you're getting 5 of the puffy rounds, 8 of these rice beads you're going to be getting, and these are 10 by 6 mil. You've also got these wonderful, look at them, lovely little puffy coins. These are your puffy rounds, 8 mil. You're going to be getting 8 of these also. I'm in love with these heart shapes. These I can just imagine strewn from a wonderful charm bracelet. So simple, but you're done. You're going to be getting 6 of these wonderful heart shapes. And if I show you the hole in them as well, it's a large hole. You're easily going to be getting a 0.8 through there, possibly even a 1 mil wire. So really easily versatile for these. You're also getting these large hearts. I've only just noticed them. Oh, they're so wonderful. You're getting 4 of these. How fun are they? You're going to be getting approximately 49 pieces in here. You're going to be getting your puffy rounds, your flat rice beads, your teardrops, your puffy rounds in the larger size of the 8 mil, the puffy hearts in the 10 mil, the ovals, your flat marquees in the 10 by 5 mil, and these puffy hearts. You've got a puffy heart in the smaller size I showed you, which were the 8 mil, and you've got these ones which are your 10 mil. So you're getting this whole box in a wonderful storage solution. Around 49 pieces of each, and these are e-coated. Now an e-coating very, very simply means that if you're giving these to someone who's perhaps got quite sensitive skin, perhaps they've got the type of skin that can come out in a rash, it goes slightly red maybe when they're looking at certain metals, well it's much less likely to happen with this because we have an e-coating on it, which means that it's less likely to have a reaction to these wonderful gold flash mini copper brushed beads. Your price today, £9.95. What would you think of doing with these, Janet?
We could do anything, like you were saying, if you can get a 1 mil through, or the threads, we did some threads and things yesterday. A nice Shambhala star bracelet, perhaps one of the rounds in the middle, one of those on there would look really lovely. Or you could sort of add them to some gold chain, put some chain dropping from the bottom of them. Have them like as a centrepiece, especially the heart. You could have the heart.
I like that
the design
idea.
we saw on the Wall of Fame. The first one you did with the heart.
Oh yeah, that first one I did on the Wall of Fame with those lovely multicoloured quartz and the drop heart.
Yeah, put the chain from that.
£9.95 is a really good price. But I wanted to give you a really great price. Is there any way we can do it lower? Can we maybe take a couple of quid off? We can take more than a couple. We can take £4 off this. £5.95. you need to get these now because I can't guarantee that price will stay there, and I also can't guarantee I'm going to have any of these left by the end of today, because that is a price that all of you can enjoy at just £5.95. You've got so many different shapes and so many different sizes in here. It is wonderful to use them as possibly your centre charms, possibly your drop pendants, but why not use them as a wonderful, elegant spacer? Really give your designs a little pop of something fun, especially if you're going to be working with large nuggets, particularly if you're going to be working with bright colours. You possibly don't want your smaller spaces because they might get lost in translation, but these certainly won't, will they? Because you've got that wonderful size, that wonderful variation in sizes, but you're still sticking with the same colour tone. So you could even use all of these in a design, couldn't you? £5.95, and if you are interested in matrix boxes, I've got another one coming up for you later on, which actually will go superbly with this. This is the one I've got coming up for you later on. Don't they work well together? You're working in here with your wonderful blacks, your golds, your rose gold colour, and also your silver. I'll be bringing these to you later on, but they are so special. Like little glitter balls. Now, with this bust here, look at these. I've just seen some of the jewellery that's been made with these and it is exquisite. Have a look at these together for me, because this might set your creative juices flowing. This is called texture and tone. And that doesn't surprise me at all, because aren't you getting these lovely tones and all these textures? It's quite autumnal in a way. Now I'm going to show you these one by one because I think we've got some really special strands here you don't want to miss out. Now the thing is, I've got limited stock on this, and we always like to bring you over triple figures, don't we? But in this we can't. I'm really sorry, we just are not able to. I've got double figures of this. So when you see it and you want it, you need to get on the phone straight away. You're going to be getting in here 240 carats of these smoky quartz in these medium nuggets. And if I just span them out for you a little bit better, look at the depth of smokiness in these. This is quite a handsome strand, isn't it? Definitely a unisex strand, this easily. So you're getting 240 carats in here, and they're around 8 by 6 to 10 by 15 mil. As well as that, you're going to be getting at the other end of the spectrum this lovely pop of purple with this wonderful amethyst that you're getting. I love the pops you're getting here. Look at these mixing together. You're getting of the amethyst 85 carats of these wonderful nuggets. You're also going to be getting your crackled agate. This is honey-like tones, and because you've got the crackling internally, it's like a honeycomb effect. It's like little darts of sun blasting down. Of the yellow quartz in these crackled, the yellow quartz, you're going to be getting 340 carats. Sticking along the crackle-like theme, we've got the red crackled agate, and these are wonderful. Now, agate is one of those things that not often do you get any transparency through, but with this strand you completely are. There's little certain flecks in each where you can completely see through, and then you just get this burst, this zest of colour of the red crackling veining in and out of each individual gemstone. And finally, but by no means leastly, we have this lovely lemon quartz. You're getting 180 carats on here, and these are your drop style nuggets just at the end of my fingers here. So you're working with here numerous different textures. You're getting the smooth jags of the smoky quartz. You're getting the puffy cooling smooth of the amethyst. You're getting these long drops just jutting out at each angle with these wonderful honeycomb colours from your quartz. You're also getting the smoothness and the deep, rich shaping tone of the agate, but you're also getting these irregular, almost teardrop shapes, almost when a drop falls, a drop of water and lands on the ground, it splashes out. So you're getting such a mixture of textures here, but you're also getting a mix of tones. None of these two tones are the same, but we're kind of working in the same spectrum, the same autumnal areas, just with these pops of colour. This truly is texture and tone to the max. And if you're thinking of these as an individual, which you will be when you see the price, you'll love them individually. But I also want to show you something that has been created by our lovely beading lovers. Look at this necklace that's been created by this kit, and this is by Sue JG, and she's done a little smiley face, which I'm adoring. Look how wonderful this design is, with the amethyst cascading down here around this lovely heart. Hey, if you've got the matrix, you've got your heart shapes in there, you can use that with this really easily. She's also used the wonderful pops of the nuggets just around the band as well. And I've got to show you the back bit, please, because I just love little details like this. Look at the back from the lobster claw clasp, ignoring the tag that has a wonderful name on. You've got there a little bit of chain that drops down to this amethyst drop. There's little details like that that really do just give you that touch of elegance and that touch of class. So you're getting 5 different textures in 5 different tones with 5 different strands today. Your price on these, £12.95, and that is all. £12.95. So that's less than £3 a strand. Less than £3 a strand. It's about £2.59 exactly a strand. And you're getting smoky quartz, you're getting lemon quartz, you're getting amethyst, agate, and your yellow quartz. You've got so much, and you've got the ability to create this stunning design. And so much more, because even looking at this, I bet Sue, who created this for us, has got loads left over, definitely. Just £12.95 for you for 5 different textures and different tones. Let's see what other things you've created at our wonderful Wall of Fame. Welcome, welcome to the Wall of Fame. Your delicious designs are here with us. Thank you so much for sending them in, and keep them sending in, because when you look at some of the pieces that are created, you're going to want to be stood next to these wonderful designs. Have a look at this. It's created by Christine for me. This says, Happy Christmas, jewellery makers. Here is my entry to this week's Wall of Fame, a bracelet I made with Mystic Rose quartz, plus some crystals from my stash. I made it for a fair last week, but when my sister saw it, it became part of her Christmas present. I now have to make a matching pendant and earrings. Love, Christine from Ipswich. Christine, I'm not surprised that your sister loved this. This is completely something that you can imagine everyone wearing.
It's really pretty, isn't it? And really easy to wear.
And I love the Mystic Coated Rose Quartz. Yeah. Christine, if you're anything like me, when you're trying to take a picture of it, you couldn't quite get the Mystic quite right. Like with the lights, you can still see it, but it's not quite as strong as it is at home, isn't it? So I can totally imagine exactly what this looks like to your eye. That is something really special. Christine, you are 231 with us today.
Look at those, how pretty they are.
I like how it's displayed on the JewelleryMaker toolkit as well. Clever.
Right, we've got this from Ted in Oxford. Please find attached my entry for the Wall of Fame. It's a simple stretchy replicated to give a set of 3 for my goddaughter's upcoming engagement. The largest is for myself, the next for the husband-to-be, just to remind him that he's not marrying a single girl but a woman with family.
Oh.
And the smallest is for the bride-to-be, my goddaughter. Her father and myself were beginning to think that this day would never come. Oh. The bracelets are made from tiger's eye and agate discs, and that's from Ted in Oxford.
Ted, that is so wonderful.
Sweet?
That is so sweet, isn't it?
Isn't it just? And they're so pretty as well, aren't they?
They're really nice.
Tiger's eye is really lovely. And in that barrel shape as well.
I'm so impressed with that wonderful idea, giving it out to so many. Ted, how thoughtful are you?
That is lovely. So well done.
Ted, you are number 232 today. Thank you for sending that in. I have a wonderful dynamic. Look at this. This is from Sharon in Cardiff. Hello, Sharon. Says, hi, JM. This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It is a necklace made from shell and pyrite. I hope it's good enough to be shown. Oh, lots of love to all presenters, guest designers, and all of the crew. From Sharon. Sharon, this is, of course, good enough to be shown. It's wonderful. There's so much texture going on in here, and it's quite gem heavy. And I've got to admit, I love a bit of gem heavy myself.
It's really
lovely. It feels luxurious, doesn't it?
You know you're wearing it.
Congratulations for creating this. Good luck to you. You are number 233 with us today.
Right, and we've got dragonflies, macrame dragonflies. How beautiful are those?
I've not seen anything like that before.
And I'm going to have to sort of go do this because it's a bit
wrong way. Wow.
It says, hello to all JM Towers. Here is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame.
Why don't you twist it around, Janet? It's just...
Oh, well, that's a good idea.
Because you can read, you don't have to read sideways then.
Duh. They're my first attempt at macrame dragonflies. That have been made into pendants. The blue one uses blue beading thread, white quartzite and blue agate. The red and yellow ones use red beading thread, yellow quartzite, white agate and gold coated hematite. Everything is from JM, of course. This will be my last entry for a while as I'm going into hospital on Thursday for a major operation, but hope to be back in full swing by the new year. Happy Christmas to all my fellow Wallers and everyone at JM. Keep up the fun and bargains, from Claudia in Nuneaton. So best wishes, Claudia, for Thursday, and yeah, we look forward to having you back.
Claudia, good luck for Thursday. I hope you feel so much better soon. And I bet when you do get back to full fitness in the new year, you will be wanting to create so much.
There'll be dragonflies everywhere.
There will be dragonflies all over your house. I love those dragonflies. I've never seen anything like that, Claudia.
They're really pretty, aren't they? And that's 234. So
congratulations for that, Claudia, and do get well soon. Merry Christmas to you, hon. Okay, this is 235, and look at this wonderful bangle. This is, hi all at JM. Please find attached my entry to the Wall of Fame. My first wire work macrame bracelet using 0.6 silver wire and cube lapis lazuli, all from JM. This bracelet was inspired by Mark. He's such an inspiration. Mine is really messy. However, practice makes perfect. I guess. Hope it's good enough to show. Good luck to all who have entered. Merry Christmas to all. This is Love T from West Yorkshire. Well, T, that is not messy at all.
That's beautiful. And so brave to do that style with the first go with the cubes. For first go, I would have used rounds because it would have been easier. But she hasn't. She's gone for it.
You have really just pushed yourself there. And Mark is in our workshop this afternoon, so I'm going to show him this really, really shortly. And I bet he absolutely loves it. Congratulations, T. That is 235 for you today. Now, I just want to show, before we go to a quick break, the gemstone that I've never seen before. Janet's never seen before. My producer had never seen before. This is not only a brand new strand, but for me anyway, a brand new gemstone. This is your hermikite? No, what's it called? Herkimer. Herkimer. It's hard to remember that, isn't it? This is your Herkimer quartz, and this will be coming up with you really soon. And please don't forget, producer's pick coming up. Don't worry, we will see you after our short break with those wonderful gems and so much more. I'll see you after this.
Join us on JewelleryMaker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be JewelleryMaker.
Our standard delivery is now only £2.95 per day, regardless of how many pieces of jewellery are added to your order. Delivery takes between 4 to 6 working days, and if you want your jewellery quicker, simply speak to our call centre about our premium delivery service. This year, JewelleryMaker will be live 9 AM to 1 PM on Christmas Day. Oh, come on, guys. You can't get out of work in Christmas Day. Ed's excited. Oh, look at him. What a guy. No turkeys were harmed in the making of this video.
Tune into JewelleryMaker every day at 5 PM from Miss It, Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low, low prices. The Miss It, Miss Out show, only on JewelleryMaker.
Welcome back to our morning show. I have got a brand new bundle for you. But Janet, I didn't have time to tell you in the breaks. To be honest, I was eating my crisps. But I've just been told that Facebook loved you yesterday. Did you have a chance to look?
I didn't
Facebook?
last night, no.
You're going to have a look because apparently people were saying that it was some of the best designers that they saw yesterday afternoon.
Excited.
If you have any nice comments to send in about Janet's designs or any ideas of your own, of course, do not forget you can message into the studio at the box next to where you're seeing me now. But of course, you can text in. Start your text with JM Studio and it's 60777. Send in any words of wisdom or any lovely things you want to say to the wonderful Janet. Now I have got a brand new bundle for you and it's this. Where are we? This and this. I've not seen before chain bundled together. So this is really exciting. Chain, chain, chain. Go on, Janet, you know you want to.
No, I couldn't.
Okay, we've got here for you this wonderful gold and silver coloured chain. Now, I would describe the golden chain as a waved semicircle with figure of 8 detail linking. So you see you've got the oval shape and then here, this little section there, that is a perfect figure of 8 just attaching each. And then you also have our waved oval in this delicate silver strand. Now you're getting 10 meters of each. So you're getting 2 chains in this. Your golden colour and your silver. And these are your copper plated chain. Now 10 metres is long, isn't it? If I show you a metre's worth, how am I going to work this out? I know that that is about a metre, isn't it? Yeah, because that's a stride, isn't it? So that's about a metre. So that would very easily create a very long drop necklace or even 2 of your shorter necklaces. So essentially, if you wanted to create a long drop look necklace, then you'll be able to create 20 from this bundle. You could do so much. And because you've got these lovely ones, and they're quite delicate, but they've just got enough spacing, why don't you possibly do it on a head pin? So if I can show you now. If you want to use chain in a slightly different way, it's so simple to do. What I would look at doing with this silver chain is putting it onto a head pin or possibly onto your eye pin in either this antique bronze colours, working perfectly. And really simply just wave it in and out, and you can create a lovely bunched up effect. And you can have it with large swoops, shorter swoops. You don't have to just use this as a chain. Why not do that as a bit of a spacer in between your gemstones? Give it a completely different feel, but keeping it quite funky and textured. So you've got here 20 meters in total. Your price normally is £12.95 each. So normally £12.95 for the silver, £12.95 for the gold. £12.90 silver, I was going to say then. I haven't put my teeth in today. Janet, what would you think of doing with these chains? I know that is a bit of a wide question, so I'm going to make it trickier. Yes. What would you do? You know what I'm like. I like to make things hard. What would you do using both chains in one design with these?
Together. I use quite a lot of chain, and yesterday the design we did had a lot of chain in the back, in the neck detail, and I would possibly mix the two up and twist them maybe a little bit.
Let me have a little look at how that might go. So for Janet's design that we had on yesterday, she went very chain heavy at the back. I think she used sort of 3 lengths and then doubled them over. So let's have a look at this idea of Janet. So very simply, oh Janet, you are good. You're in the right job, Janet, I won't lie to you. Look at these. This is really simply, I've just doubled over 2 strands and twisted them together, and you've got this lovely effect. That for me, with a toggle clasp.
That could be just a bracelet on its own.
Yeah, really easily.
Or a necklace on its own.
And how would you keep it to stop it from unravelling?
What you could do is just maybe in sections along, wrap it, or you could plait it.
Of course.
Plait it, which would be okay.
Yeah.
But if you twist it, you could just sections along, perhaps with a 0.6, just wrap around and put a little swirl detail or something. So you've got that which will stop it unravelling. What a
wonderful idea. I really like that. So you can do so much with this. Don't just think of chain as chain. If you're used to jewellery making and perhaps you're getting a bit chain bored, mix it up, twist them in, plait them together. There's so much you can do, especially with 20 metres. Your price should be £12.95 each, but not today. £17 you're paying for both. This is an £8.50 saving in each reel. You just £8.50 for each reel. That's it. That's all you're paying. Not the £12.95 that it should be. Chain, chain, chain. And at that price, you're going to have lots of change, aren't you?
It gets worse.
Just £8.50 per... Did you just say that's awful?
It gets worse.
It gets worse, I know. You have got not £12.95 per one, but just £8.50. That isn't something to miss out on, is it? We are allowing you to multi-buy on this. And there are people out there multi-buying. I know a couple of you are getting 2. A couple of you are getting 3 as well. If you're new to jewellery making, you recognise chain, you know what chain is. And when you are starting out with jewellery making, that can be quite a nice safe bet. Go with something you recognise and go with something you know. So treat yourself with this today, because you have got the 2 separate colours, which you can use to add coolness to your gems with the silver, add a bit of warmth with the gold, but then mix them together as well. You've got such a range to do there. If you are new to jewellery making, it's a great price, trust me. Just £17 for 2 of those today. Now, I showed you this earlier on, didn't I? Gave you a little bit of a tease with it. Brand new matrix box. Have a look at these for me. They are glistening. Wow. that is so special. This is your matrix beads, and you're getting it in the gold, the silver, the black, and the bronze colour. Let me show you these. Now, you're looking at these and you're thinking, possibly, oh, they look like they've had glitter sprinkled onto them. Well, they actually haven't. These are all these little indentations that are just catching the light and sparking them into your eye. Each of those are actually created by diamonds. And you can see these swirl effects here. These are very simply drilled into to create these effects. And that's what's catching the light for you so well. So you've got in here, of each one, you're going to be getting the rounds in each of the colours. So let me show you. I'll just get the rounds out first. So these are your round shapes, and you're going to be getting them in the silver, the bronze, the gold, and the black. So you're getting the rounds with these little indentations, these little shimmer pots in them. But in each colour, you're also getting this wonderful faceted wave at the side. You've got a zigzag effect, bicones as well. Have a look at these for me. They're fun. They are really fun. And you're getting these in each colour as well. I'm going to show you how many you're going to be getting now. Let me get them out for you. I'm trying to do this as neatly as I can. Let's see how this goes. So those are your bicones that you get in there. And then I'll do all of your rounds here. Ooh, this is bejeweled. Have a look at all of these for me. You are getting a wealth of gems. Look at these bicones. Now, let me see how easily you can see it under these lights. Not that easily, okay. So these are a bicone and they're circular. However, the faceting that's within them is actually triangular. So, with each one, if I was to run my finger along this now, it isn't smooth. It zigzags up and down the faceting, and it's what's giving you this wonderful flash and sparkle. And I do not know if you'll be able to see this, but if you have a look really closely for me, at the edge of the bicone, where the bicone meets in the middle, as opposed to your normal plain circle, you can see there it's zigzag. Isn't that wonderful? It's not a circle at all, it's a little zigzag effect you're getting in each. Use them as your beady beads. Use them to create little tassels. I would use them as spacers for my designs that are perhaps using more muted tones that I want to jazz up a little bit, kick a bit of life in. Well, this is perfect for them. Janet, what are you thinking with these?
Well, they'd go into anything. They'd add an accent with anything, really, wouldn't they?
Because you've got to mix the colours as well, haven't you?
Yeah, but you could mix the colours up. Don't use them, you know, singly on their own. The colours. Again, I would mix them up, the silvers and the golds, and they're just so pretty and so sparkly as well with that diamond cut. You
could do the like as a head pin, couldn't you? Really
Yes.
simply on a head pin, and just create some wonderful drop earrings.
That'd be lovely on
I
earrings.
love these as a hairpiece, you know.
Yes.
I think it's a bit of a fascinator at the side. If you did the explosion technique that you did yesterday,
With
what was
those
that explosion technique called? Reminds me.
Crystal explosion, we called it, didn't we?
Yeah. And
Oh,
what was the twist?
the tiara technique.
The tiara technique,
Yeah.
that's the one, it couldn't come to me then. If you do the tiara technique and create wonderful faceting with these, can you imagine them sparkling away in your hair? Perhaps if you're a blonde, you could be working with the wonderful golden tones. If you're a brunette, why not pop for the silver? You've got the rounds. You've also got the faceted bicones. LPAZ 53. Your price today, £7.95. You cannot say better than that. For this many that you're getting, I can see that loads of people are coming in for this. Well done to John and Susan in Essex. I hope you've got some lovely ideas for this. Irene, Cheshire girl, hello chick, you're up my way. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon in Cheshire. I'll be back up in Cheshire on Wednesday. Be back with you. I hope you're going to enjoy these guys. Everyone who's getting them at home, I hope you've got loads of ideas for them, because to me it's popping ideas left, right and centre. It's so bright, it's so breezy, it's so much fun. Jenny in Suffolk, what are your ideas on this? If you're buying this online, do message us in and let us know what you're thinking of doing for these, because at £7.95, I bet you've got loads of ideas for a brilliant price. Glistening away for you here. Now, I've been treating you and teasing you all afternoon. Afternoon, it's not designer inspiration now, Bex, all morning. I've just dropped those beads everywhere. I've got for you a brand new strand of never before seen a gemstone that I've never seen. Have a look at this for me. This is your Herkimer quartz. 90 carats worth you're getting of this Herkimer quartz. Now, Herkimer quartz was originally found, it was discovered in a region of New York, which, as we know in itself, is very unusual, isn't it? To find a gemstone originally in New York. And you'll be able to see when you look at these little inclusions in each one. Now, these inclusions are something very, very special. When we see inclusions, usually they're internal little hairlines, they look like, almost little hairline fractures coming within each. And that in lots of gemstones is the structure of the gem and how it's created. With this gemstone, however, it's totally different. These little inclusions are not just the way it's formed, the little jets dusting out of other properties. It's actually saline. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you will be able to get a spirit level effect in this gemstone, because the inclusions are actually liquid. Isn't that special? So each of these little dark inclusions that you see is actually liquid. It's a saline solution in each of these, just naturally formed, completely natural, not injected in, just created by Mother Nature. And sometimes in your strand, you may well get a spirit level effect, because there'll be the liquid in the inclusions and then there'll be a little air pocket. Isn't that lovely that you've got a gemstone that has so much lovely liquid naturally running through it? Be the first to own this strand. Be the first to use this strand, because like I say, I've never seen this strand before. And I'd love to see this on the Wall of Fame. This is something that I'm not totally convinced the lights are doing it justice. Because honestly, this to me is sparkling, and all these wonderful liquid inclusions, they look so interesting. It's one of those pieces that when you get it home, you'll keep looking and looking, because I'm looking now. Oh, wow. Each individual one, you can see the ones you're looking at there. This one, that one to me here, almost looks like it's got little captivated flowers in it. And then if I move it along here, you can see this one, it's got little golden liquid inclusions in each. It's one of those pieces and one of those gemstones that when you use it, every single time you look at that piece you've created, you'll find something new and something fun and something different in it. The lights in here aren't doing this justice, because this to me is so much more fun and so much more glistening. So what I would say to you is get it home. If you do not love it, we've got the extended money back guarantee until the 31st of January, so you can send it back. But I don't see why you wouldn't love this, because it's a gemstone I have never seen before. Janet's never seen it before, producer Kim's never seen it before. A gemstone I've never seen before in a brand new strand. 90 carats of this liquid filled gemstone can be yours today for this price. £8.95. That is really special for a gemstone I've never seen before, a strand you've definitely never seen before. Janet, what would you look at doing with this? You've not seen it before either, have you?
I haven't, no, and it looks like somebody's injected the colouring into it.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
It's beautiful. But I would put them into earrings. I'd put some silver with them, and put some sterling silver with them, and put them into earrings. Maybe 2 or 3 in a long drop.
That's
really
such a good idea. £8.95 as well for a gemstone that I've never seen, completely created by nature with these liquid filled saline inclusions. Barry from Cumbria. Hi Barry, I'm a Cumbria girl. Born and bred in, well no I wasn't, I was born in Cheshire, but I was bred in Cumbria. Round Kendall Way. Well done for getting that, Barry. Beverly in London. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Jennifer in Surrey. I hope it's sunny in Surrey. The sun's trying to come out here. I don't know if it's going to manage it. Well done everyone for getting these, because it's nice for you to be able to try out something that you haven't done before. £8.95 on a brand new strand that I've never ever seen before. Double trouble on jump rings. Are these 925? I already know they are. I don't know why I'm asking, because they are so high shine. They could only be 925. They could only be 925. You're going to be getting 2 sets. So you're going to be getting 50 in each packet. Normally, you'd just get 50. You're going to be getting 2 packs. These are your 5mm 925 sterling silver rose gold plating. You're getting 100 of these. Now, jump rings are so useful. Of course, you can use them to drop your pieces. You can use them to add chain on. You can add them to add on your clasps. But you can use them, of course, in your chainmail designs. You can use them within macrame. You can use them all over. It goes with so much. The idea of using your jump rings just to attach your clasps and stuff is something that many people will believe when they get started. But you guys at home know, if you've been doing it a while, that that's just the start of a wonderful, wonderful range of things you can do with your jump rings. These are 925 sterling silver as well, which, you know what, we don't get a lot of. We don't get a lot 925 sterling silver jump rings. And that's really important, because if you are going to be working with your high-end strands, like the morganite that I've got coming up for you later, you really do want that high-end 925 name with your high-end gemstones. Why would you create something beautiful with the most loved, the high-end gemstones, and then not use 925? It's almost like you'd be bringing yourself down. It would be like creating a cake. You go to a really expensive shop, you get completely organic flour, non-bleached, you get the most expensive fruit and you make your own jam out of it, and then you create this beautiful cake and it's so decadent, and then you just cover it in sort of bargain basement icing. You wouldn't. So why do that with your jewellery? If you're working with high-end gemstones, you want to work with high-end findings. 925 sterling silver. You're getting 100 of these in double trouble today. Your price for Yog C39 is £9.95. Normally it's £6.95 for 50 of them, but you're getting 100 at just £9.95. Janet, what would you do with this many jump rings?
Like you say, you could use it in chainmail.
Yeah.
Or I would use them if I've got a really sort of high-end gemstone, perhaps put 2 or 3 jump rings in between, just to space them out. Use them as spacers as well.
That's a really nice idea.
So there's lots of things that you can do with them. Like you say, not just a mechanic to attach things to.
No.
Use them as a feature.
Use them as a design feature, especially with your 925. You want to show them off, don't you?
Right. They are. Yeah, you could use me lots.
£9.95 for you today on your 5mm double trouble. It should be £6.50 each for just 50. You're getting 100 today for £9.95. Braiding. Now, I've not seen this DVD before. That's because it launched yesterday. Were you busy doing the last of your Christmas shopping yesterday? Maybe you missed it. This is your chance to own it at home. New for you. This is your braiding DVD. You're going to be learning of the braiding, your basics. So the crucial starting point. So if you've never done braiding before, do not worry, because it's going to teach you how to do the basics, as well as all of these wonderful projects. You're going to be learning how to do a Charlotte's Web. You're going to learn the hitch braid, the hitch round, and the fishtail braid, as well as your spiral hitch as well. So you're getting the basics, but you're also getting examples of what you can do on screen now. You're going to be able to create these looks. This wonderful necklace with all of these twisted braids, it's giving you a lot of texture, isn't it? And the wonderful thing about braiding also is, because you don't have to add on gemstones if you don't want to, it's a great one for perhaps near the end of the month where you're not feeling that flush. Payday isn't yet around the corner, but you want to keep creating things. Well, it's a really low cost jewellery making technique. Maximum impact, but it's low cost. Now, this was launched yesterday, and I know that it did fly out yesterday, and I've got really low quantities of this at the moment. Now, of course, DVDs, we can remake DVDs, of course. We can always bring you more, but at the moment, the stock that we've got in, we'll then have to wait a little bit to get this back in. So you're better to get it now, because otherwise it'll be 2014 until you can get your hands on it again. Your price on this, £4.95 for our DVD today, and this is around an hour's worth of knowledge you're going to be getting from these. And it's wonderful because you can watch it, not understand it, rewind, watch it again, sort of get it, rewind, watch it again, almost get it, get upset, make yourself a brew, watch it again, totally get it. And you can keep rewinding, watching, taking what you want from it and adding your own twist and inspirations. £4.95 for you today on this. These are all the people that are getting it for me. Kay, Hazel, Carol, Ruth, Jane. Really hope that you enjoy this DVD. I'm sure you will at £4.95. And make sure that you send in your designs. If you're buying this now and you've never done braiding before, I'm going to give you a bit of a dare. I dare you to create a piece with this, and the very first piece you create, you send into the Wall of Fame. Because I know as creative people, sometimes we can make things, can't we? And the first thing we do, you're almost a bit precious about it, aren't you? A little bit delicate. Oh, I'm not sure that's very good. And you'll have to have a few more goes. Well, don't with this. I dare you. Look at one project, create your first thing and send it in to us, because you're going to get a wealth of knowledge from this. And why not share that with the world? £4.95 for this DVD today. If you are interested in DVDs, I just want to recap for you the bundle that I brought you earlier on. Now, these are all relatively new DVDs, not as brand new as that wonderful braiding, but they're all relatively new. You're getting in the box that's normally £3, and you're all, £3.95, and you're also getting your 5 DVDs, which are normally £4.95 each. So you're getting a Viking knit DVD that teaches you all the basics, all that you need to know. and a mixture of different colours and different ways to create pieces. You've also got, so that's there, the Viking knit for you, Viking knit bracelet using 2 different colours. You'll learn how to make and do that technique on the DVD. You've also got your wire sculpture, and this is the one by Alison. On here you get taught how to make this box, the stocking, the bell, and you'll also use the scrolling technique, which is used on all of these, and it's something that can be created throughout all of your jewellery designs. As well as that, you're going to get Laura Binding's Cuffs and Bangles DVD. In this, you'll learn how to do your ribbon bangle, your cuff bangle, your swirl, your spun sugar, your weave, and your clasp bangle, including that one that you've got on screen now, which I absolutely adore, and they're so comfy to wear. I've got to admit, every one of these on the DVD I have popped on my wrist, and they're all so comfy. As well as that, you have your finishing touches. If you want that professional finish to your designs, silver clay, this one is the one for you. Give yourself these finishing touches with your silver clay, giving you a really professional finish on each. You've also got your Soutache DVD, teaching you the basics and so much more. You can create wonderful looks like this on screen now with the Soutache. So you're getting all 5 DVDs, which are normally £4.95 each, and you're getting this handy storage box, which you might not think is that important, but trust me, I have a dog. I have a golden retriever, and she has eaten in total now 4 of my JewelleryMaker DVDs because I did not have this box, and she is good at eating DVDs. If you think a dog can't eat a DVD, you'd be mistaken. They definitely can. So keep them all nice and safe in this box. Save yourself the worry of not having your DVDs. You are going to be paying a great price. 5 DVDs and your box should be £28.70, not today. It's just £9.95 for you. So please do get this now, because at that price it'd be silly not to. Challenge Janet kit. We gave you this at the start of the show, didn't we, Janet?
We did.
And you've been squirreling away with it. How have you found it?
Yeah, great. Really beautiful. The rose quartz is lovely. And the little petal shapes are beautiful.
Oh, petals. I think that's a little hint. We knew you were going to do flowers with it, didn't we? I want to show you these wonderful strands that I've got for you here. Hey, these ones actually, the rose, the coated ones, remind me of what we had in the Wall of Fame earlier, in that wonderful bracelet.
Yes, that's right.
It is, isn't it?
Drop a spacer in
stone.
between, on a bit of elastic, and that's it.
Yeah.
Stunning bracelet.
Wonderful. So we've got in here for you 150 carats of your white quartzite in these twisted fans, and these are the ones that Janet, I think, is going to be using as her petals. Those ones are the wonderful quartzite. You've also got 160 carats of your mystic coated rose quartz in these faceted rounds. These are 8mm. And you've, as well as that, you have this lovely 190 carats of your green aventurine in the graduation round, and they're from 6 to 14mm. So if I just show you the difference in size, you can have a look at the graduation difference there. It's a large difference, isn't it? Which is wonderful, because it means you've got a pendant and an earring straight away without much effort at all. So these are your 3 strands, and I just want to point out to you as well, because I know that sometimes when we say coated, you can get a little bit worried at home, but I'm telling you right now, you do not need to be at all, because if I show you this rose quartz strand, it has got a mystic coating. Now, the reason we coat things isn't because we're trying to hide anything. We're not. We're still bringing you the highest quality gemstones. It's simply so that you can get something that you could not otherwise get in nature. Now, you can see with these that still, even though they have the coating, they are still transparent. You can still see the rose quartz working beautifully, mystifying in each gemstone. However, we're not hiding anything, because you can still see through each of these individually. It's literally, this coating is giving you something that nature cannot bring to you. Nature does not bring to you this wonderful mystic coating on your rose quartz. So we're giving you the rose quartz in its best and most beautiful form, but we're giving you a little bit of something extra, a little bit of a boost to your designs. Rose quartz with the rainbow colours running through it, but you're still getting that transparency. Do not think for a second that this coating is like a paint, because it's not. That's why you've still got the transparency. I can still see through each of these individual rose quartz. I can still see the internal wisps and waves that you would expect from the best rose quartz. So we're not covering anything. We're purely beautifying a strand and giving you something that you couldn't otherwise get, you couldn't otherwise find. So you're getting that with this wonderful green, calming, cooling aventurine and these lovely petal-like quartzite in these white strands here. So you're getting all three of these strands. As well as that, you're going to be getting your beading threads, your elastic and your monofilament. But that is not all. We're working with aventurine, we're working with your rose quartz and your quartzite. So let's keep it high end. I've got a findings pack for you here today, which is 925 sterling silver in these rose gold plated packs. You're getting in here 43 pieces. You're getting your crimp bead covers, your head pins. You're getting 2 pairs of your shepherd's hooks. You're also getting a wonderful toggle clasp. You've got your lobster claw clasp up here. You've got your jump rings in your 925 sterling silver. So if you've already got that double trouble that we had, keep it going with these ones. And you've got your spacers in the 925. But not only that, you've got my favourite. You've got my heart chain. Your price for this normally, for the finding pack, is £14.95, just by itself. And for the whole kit, including those 3 strands, you're going to be paying over £40. But would you like a cheeky £5 off that? Now, I've just heard producer Kim said to me, when we discussed this earlier, we said it was meant to be around £40. Let's be cheeky and take it down to about $21.95. And we were talking about, that's a really good deal, isn't it? Because don't forget, this findings pack's $14.95 by itself. $21.95 is what was discussed. It ain't what we're sticking to. I don't know what we're going to, but I'm excited. 18 £18.95. Buy this findings pack, $14.95. You're getting everything else for £4. You couldn't get this strand of your green aventurine for that price. This by itself is £5.95. So if you were to buy this findings pack and you wanted to just buy this one strand, you'd be way over what you're paying. £18.95 today. This should have been £40. You are getting true value for money here. If you're looking to get a treat, but at a fantastic price, this is the one that we're going for. £18.95 on this today. That saving is exceptional because we were going to go, it was meant to be the £40 mark, but not today. What do you think of that price on it?
I think that's great. When you think what you can actually make with the, I mean, there's quite a lot there. So it's a great price.
I've just fallen in love with your beading thread. That necklace.
The beading thread is so lovely, and I'm a great believer of using the beading thread, again, not as a mechanic, not only as a mechanic, but as a feature as well.
I agree with that. I love how you've created these wonderful spirals, twists and turns, almost corkscrewing around our adventurine there. So you've created 5 pieces in that time.
And I've got still got the chain, and so I'm going to do something with the chain and a few more of the petals I've got left. So I haven't finished yet. Got a few more bits to do.
How lovely.
So we're going to get 6 pieces out of it.
Okay.
Which is pretty good.
That is pretty good, absolutely. How did you create this one? I think that's so wonderful as well.
Well, shall I show you how to do that one? Should we go? It's on beading thread, is that okay?
Yes, show us that one, definitely.
It's really a really simple technique. Can I use the gemstones from the other pack?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go over and get them.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where have they gone? Oh, they're here.
It's just I used them all on there. But because it's graduated, the aventurine, I sort of kept them in the order they were in. I took off the 3 largest ones, which I used in the other necklace, but the rest of it is that necklace. I just re-thread it.
That's so clever.
But then what we did, the royal we, that is, with a head pin, and just drop on one of the aventurine, and then I put a gold bead on there. Oh, actually, before we do that, take the pin, hold it at the ball, and then just literally just sort of shape it around, just so you've got a little bit of a wave in it, a bit of a kink. Drop on a green aventurine, and then I put one of the gold balls out of the pack. But what I'll do is I'll put on a little crimp bead, just so you get the same effect. And then simply just roll the top. Just simply roll it over. And that was it, really. It's that simple. So what I did then is re-threaded this, and as I threaded them, just dropped those in. And I put 4 on the one side, on the left, and then I did 4 on the right.
That's so simple.
But it's just really, really simple. So I just did 8 of those, and as I threaded them, dropped them on. But as we said earlier, if you re-thread it and think, oh, that's a bit too plain, I want to add something to it, again, you could just drop those in afterwards. So simple technique, but I think it looks quite effective.
I think it looks really effective, and it's got such a wonderful style to it because it's eye-catching, but because you've got those nice muted tones, it's not too overpowering, even though it is gem heavy.
But the earrings are done in exactly the same way. Excuse me, it's just make that drop and just drop it onto a shepherd hook. So it's quite an easy technique, but something that you can take through, and you can do it into other, drop it into other designs as well. But I think together it looks quite nice. You get that sort of bib effect, and like you say, quite classy, I think.
Can you explain to me, please, how you've done this beading thread coils? Because I need to copy this one again tonight.
Okay.
I'm just copying all of your designs,
That's
Janet.
good, that's good. That's what we like. That's what we're here for. Right, okay. So, what I did with that one, I took just lots and lots of beading thread, and through the middle one, the largest one, I think I got about 8 strands. So we won't do that many. I'll show you this end. So I just got, for example, that's a full length of the necklace.
Yeah.
Then take, just cut that. So we've got clunk. Okay. Keep a couple of them out, and then the rest of them, you can have as many as you want, or as many as you can fit through the bead that you're going to use.
Yeah.
I've got a green aventurine there, so pop that through there.
You're easily getting 3 through there, aren't you?
Easily, yeah.
That's
you could
good.
you get a lot more than that. And what I did, I put 3 on. So I put the one in the centre, then I took another two of these, dropped the other one on, just so that they weren't on the same strand, so you got a bit of texture. Crimped the ends and put a clasp on, so that's your necklace, as it is. Then I simply push those through, so you've got them. Then hold them with the flat nose pliers. You could use something, but I just use the nail. And just do that.
No, you did not just do that.
I just did that. It's magic.
Oh my goodness, like you do on your Christmas ribbon.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really silly, but I did not realise you could do that with that.
Yeah.
I honestly expected you to get one of your handles and swirl it around that.
No. Because it's coated, but it's metal inside, as you pull it, you flatten the metal and it naturally curls. So what I did 2 or 3 of those through there, and then that was it really. A bit neater than that, obviously.
Please do that again for me, because it's like Christmas.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Creating these little ringlet-like effects, and you're just doing that with your nail.
Yeah, I'll take that one out of the way.
And what
so
if you
can
haven't got
see.
nails? What
You
if
could use the edge of a pair of scissors, as long as you care, not the sharp edge.
the blunt
The
edge?
blunt edge. Or if you've got a ruler, sort of a sharp ruler or something. So again, it's just find out which one you've got, because you'll pull them through.
That's so clever. I've never even thought of doing that with beading thread. I do it in my Christmas gifts,
But not your beading thread.
not my beading thread. I didn't know you could.
And it's literally just hold it so you've got it quite tight.
Yeah.
And
With your
then
nail. Spring.
and you get that twirly effect.
That's so clever. That's
And,
so wonderful.
I mean, I have made necklaces before where I've got sort of 15 or 20 beads on and done that with all of them. So you've got real spiral effect and it looks really good.
That is very fun and funky. Janet, thank you so much
No problem.
for creating these, including, we love your petals. They're so nice. I'll be back with you in a bit, Janet.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you again.
Oh no.
Don't take it personally. I've just got to show everyone at home something. I have got for you here, is it these faceted rice? Is this a new strand? How lovely. Look at this for me. You've got 80 carats here of your green colour-coated quartz in these graduated faceted rounds. You've got in here some super pops of colour. And again, this is exactly what I was saying earlier about the coating. This is coated with your green colour, but look at how transparent each of these are. Look at how clear each of these are. Seamless, lack of inclusions is amazing. But you've still got that pop of colour. The kit that we've got coming up for you in a bit as well, that's going to look so good with that. Now, this is, of course, your colour-coated quartz, and what happens with quartz when we colour-coat it is it adds durability. Now, quartz is already durable. We're talking about a 7.5, 8 on the Mohs scale, aren't we? But when we coat quartz, it adds the durability even more, so you're getting even more strength, which means that this strand is perfect for day wear. You don't have to be afraid of scratching it. Even perfect for perhaps if you're creating a piece for someone who's a little bit younger, maybe it's their first piece of special jewellery, they can wear this and fall in love with it because you've got the added impact and the added durability here. These are your faceted rice beads, and it's good to make a note as well that each spacer in between is your full circle small silver spacer. So do use those in your designs, because I think that's really making them pop. Janet, what are you thinking of doing with this strand chick?
Again, earrings, I think. But for me, I always think of chain. Chain for me is a real big thing.
Yeah.
So I think, but again, you could turn those into sort of like petal shapes, flower. Maybe create a little flower and drop some chain from it, drop it on an earring, have a really nice sort of flower. And with the faceting, as you move, it'll catch the light.
That is a really fun idea. This is a brand new strand. Be the first to own it, be the first to get it home, take it to your jewellery circle, and no one else will have it. Your price on this today, £8.95 for a brand new strand. And this is graduated. This is graduated. So this is from 10 by 5 all the way to 18 by 8 mil. And that means that you can get the drop earring, you can get the centre pendant, but wonderful, as is actually, because I really appreciate the spaces on this bracelet, as is, even on a piece of elastic if you really wanted to. as a bracelet because of the way it's drilled with those spaces. I think that works really well. Do you, Janet?
That looks really good. And perhaps if you use one of them as well to make a ring, you've got bracelet and a ring together.
Bracelet and a ring combo.
Yeah, that looked really good.
It's a really special strand because we are looking at the green colour coated quartz, but isn't it more of a turquoise aquamarine colour you're getting with this? You're getting that high-end colour and you're getting this wonderful, the faceting on this is something special as well, because when you turn it, I can see it a little bit better than you can on camera, but of course the faceting is the diamond shape that we're ever so used to. But because of the shape of this, because it puffs in the middle and then slowly decreases in size nearer to the end of the rice bead shape, when you turn it, you get a diamond effect, and then it goes to checkerboard, and then it goes to this swirl effect. So every time you're moving these, you're getting a completely different flash of colour and flash of light coming to you, which means that when you do create them in pieces, have them as like a bracelet or have them as an earring that's going to keep that movement, and it's going to give you a little pop of colour, a little fresh look at each single one of these gemstones. Now it is £8.95, and that's a great price for a new strand. You do not see that often at all, do you? You really don't. TXRU 70 for 80 carats on this brand new strand today. If you're going to get a brand new strand, this one in particular offers today, send it into the Wall of Fame, because if you get it whipped up quickly as soon as you get it, you might be the first one to bring it to us. And speaking of Wall of Fame, let's head over that way now. Welcome to the Wall of Fame. I've got, look at this druzy.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm obsessed with druzy. I think it's spectacular. This says, hi all at JewelleryMaker. Please find this week's Wall of Fame entry. I'm addicted to making pendants, and I'm obsessed with searching through your website looking for large chunky beads to use. I am now also attempting at wire wrapping some smaller gemstones like the stunning druzy in this picture. Everything I use is of course from JewelleryMaker, as nothing can beat the quality of your products. Thanks for all your hard work everyone puts into the show. This is from Donna in Edinburgh. Donna, thank you so much for sending this in. I love druzy, and it's spectacular that you've highlighted it in this way.
Druzy is so lovely though, isn't it?
It is
lovely
wonderful.
Sparkle from it.
It is really, really eye-catching. Donna, you are 2, 3, 6 today. Good luck to you.
Right, and this is 237, and this is from Lindsay in Scunthorpe. This is my piece for the Wall of Fame, first time. I'm assuming she means first time on the Wall of Fame and not the first time she's made a piece, because that's beautiful. A wire-wrapped and woven crackled agate pendant made with antique bronze and silver-coloured copper wire, and a crackled agate rectangle-shaped bead, all bought from JM. The chain is just pre-made from my stash. The technique came from a design by Laura binding tutorial. This is only the second pendant I have made using this technique, and I love making them. It's so effective. I've been working with wire for about 3 months and love this kind of medium. I would love to win, but would also love my piece to be shown on TV. More wire technique tutorials, please, JM. Merry Christmas to you all. Well, there you go, Lindsay. It's shown on TV.
Merry Christmas, Lindsay. That, for a first Wall of Fame entry, is something you can be really proud of. And I love the way you've displayed it.
And I like the way it's 2 different colours of wires as well.
Because people can be quite afraid with that.
Yeah,
but you can see how wonderful it looks. You don't have to be worried, do you?
No, that's beautiful.
You
Well
are
done.
237 today, Lindsay. Thanks for sending that in. I have got, look at this, bright, zesty and fun. This says, hi all, attached is my first ever entry to Wall of Fame. It's got sari silk. I didn't have a clue what to do with it. As soon, dyslexic moment then. As soon as I received the Kumahimo DVD, it all clicked. Pictured is my first Kumahimo braid with wirework findings. The beads are upcycled, good, upcycled from an old bracelet. but were perfect colour. Everything else from JM. Love Debbie in Mansfield. Debbie in Mansfield, I love that you're upcycling.
I love Kumihimo as well. That is fabulous.
Big fan of Kumihimo.
Yeah,
it's such a popular technique, but it's something that you can't, you can mix and match and make so many different things, because I've never seen anything looking like this before.
You can make it really funky,
yeah,
or you can use it really in a classic piece as well.
Definitely.
So it's really versatile.
It is so versatile. Thank you so much for sending this in for us. I love the zesty bright tones, it's really good. And that is number 240.
Okay, this is 239 and it's Paula from Gloucestershire. This is my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. It's a pendant made with Tiger's Eye and Picture Jasper, all from JM of course. Loving the shows, could do with the win to buy some more beautiful gems. Good luck to all fellow Wall of Famers, from Paula in Gloucestershire. That is beautiful, isn't it? I love the way there's the three drops and on chain again.
You love
I love my chain.
That is wonderful. I really like all the banding and the tones and the way that you've spiralled them round. It's giving them quite a eye-catching piece, isn't it?
It is, it's beautiful.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you all, Wall of Famers, you little loves. Now, I've got coming up for you after our break, bit of a pick for you. This is my presenter's pick. What do you think of this, Janet?
I love it. I love the tones in it. The pink is just gorgeous.
This is your very special Morganite, and this is coming up for you later. In this break, if you've watched this time and thought, wow, Wall of Fame, that's something special, I would love to know how to do that. Well, this break will show you exactly how. I'll see you after this.
The JewelleryMaker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their JewelleryMaker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver, or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
You can now keep in touch by following JewelleryMaker on Twitter. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
Jewellery makers, this is my presenter's pick today. I'm bringing to you some extra special, exquisite morganite. We're talking cute, fun, poppy colours, but we're also talking high end. This is the type of strand that when you think of morganite in its purest and most wonderful, high, luxurious form, that's what you're getting with this. This today is something for you to own at home, to add luxury, but also a delicate wink of fun to your pieces. This is 65 carats of your morganite in these graduated faceted rice beads. And this is a 16 centimetre strand. Now, morganite is luxurious in the sense that when we do have it on, we don't have it on for long. It's very luxurious because to get your hands on morganite of this quality, it's skill. It's something that not everyone can do. We're very lucky that the places we work, we're able to give you this high-end quality. It's always been thought as a very luxurious strand, even just down to its name. So of course, it's named after the very, very famous banker, JP Morganite. And he was named as one of the most influential figures at that time because he did a lot of work in philanthropy, the art world, and obviously in banking and finance. And this strand was named after him because it was found around the time that he was so popular and so in vogue, and he was so thought highly of, that he saw this strand, loved it, and it was named after him. So even that luxury of this banker being named after someone who had put that much work into the art world, you really are getting a work of art with each of these individually. Now, morganite you see quite a bit of sometimes, don't you? But we go through these flourishes. We get quite a bit and then you don't see it for a while. And then we get quite a lot and you don't see it for a while. This is the strand that you will not see for a while, because we've not got the highest numbers of it, let's be honest. We haven't got massive amounts. So when this goes, it's gone. You won't be getting this back in until 2014 once it's gone. So it's better to get your hands on it now than to waste all of that time waiting. What do you think of when you think morganite? I've said luxury and I've said high end. What are the words that pop to your mind, Janet?
Well, it's exactly that. High end, luxury, classic. And I just love morganite and pearls. If you put pearls together, pearls with that, that'd be gorgeous. You'd have a really classy high-end piece then.
That is such a wonderful idea, because of course pearls, they've got that luxury tag to them as well, haven't they? And they've got this elegant appearance, and because of these very cutesy, charming pink tones, I think you're right, that'll mimic through with the pearls perfectly.
Would go lovely with pearls.
Now, morganite is of course something that you know at home. You know when we say morganite, it's one of those that conjures up all of these ideas and all of these prices that you might be thinking in your mind. We're going to do a good one on this. So if you're looking at it now and you're liking it, I strongly suggest you get on the phone. I really, really do, because I don't want you to miss out on this. The richness in this colour highlights its luxury, because when we talk about morganite, we're expecting lots of little wisps, almost a silky like lustre internally with each. And when we're talking about high-end morganite, you're going to want that lustre, but you're also going to want little flecks of transparency. That's what gem collectors look for when they're looking for morganite of this variety. And that's exactly what you're getting in this strand. You're getting exactly that high end, that richness, that luxury. Now, This is the highest carat weight of faceted morganite we have on our website at the moment that we have to offer you. So treat yourself to a really high carat weight of this most luxurious morganite. Gemma Crow?
Sorry.
What do you think, what words come to mind when I say to you morganite?
Class.
She's saying class, sophistication, and femininity. Gemma Crow, you're an inspiration as always. Are you on later?
Yeah.
Oh, join Gemma Crow for the Designer Inspiration show in a little bit. Completely agree with Gemma. Very class, lots of sophistication. 65 carats, highest carat amount that we have for faceted morganite on our website at the moment. Whilst you're online, do me a favour, do a price comparison. Get your prices up for 65 carats of morganite. Graduated faceted rice beads, 16 centimetres, and these are graduated from 13 by 6 all the way to 18 by 9 mil. This is luxury, this is high end. We've heard class, we've heard sophistication, we've heard cute. All of these words are true. Because this is morganite and this is your high-end piece. If you have got 925 sterling silver, you must use that with this. That's what you want to do, isn't it? Your price today on this luxurious strand, £24.95. If that doesn't wake you up, I haven't got a clue what will. £24.95 for this most luxurious strand of morganite that I think I've ever laid my eyes on. 65 carat faceted morganite, luxury. But that price tag isn't, is it? £24.95. This is the most exquisite strand I've ever seen, hands down, of morganite. Everything that you can think of and want in morganite, you're getting with this strand. You're getting that silky lustre, you're getting those internal wisps of colour. You're getting the areas of complete opaque, you're getting the spots of transparency, you're getting that rich tone that you'd expect from the highest of high-grade morganite. We have one of the largest pieces of morganite in our wonderful museum here in the studio, and this is the colour that we're working with. This is the colour that's in our museum. £24.95 for, hands down, one of the best strands of morganite I've ever seen is something not to be ignored. Please get this home because you will enjoy it and you will fall in love. Congratulations for getting that, because you're going to love it when you get it home. It's really exquisite. If you've worked with morganite before, get that home because you will be impressed. Heading on to the Christmas sale now. Christmas sale, what am I singing? We've got for you here this optical illusions. These are your labradorite strands. Take a look at these nuggets for me. They are large. 190 carats you're getting of these medium nuggets, and this is an 18 centimetre strand. As well as that, you're going to be getting your labradorite graduated faceted saucers. Now, these look very high-end to me. Are they what I think they are? They are both gems of distinction. If you're new to us, you're not sure what gems of distinction means. Of course, we always search out really high quality, genuine gemstones for you. But when we see a certain gem that is so high quality and has all of the properties that you would expect from your highest high-end gems, your highest high-end shops, where you can get these types of gemstones, that's when we call it gems of distinction. We purposely source out this high quality so that we can bring it to you. Both of these strands are gems of distinction, and you can tell, because how often do I stand behind this desk and say to you, I'm really sorry, I promise you there's loads of labradorescence, the schiller that's going across each of these, wow, it's second to none, you can't see it, the lights are bleaching it out. But I don't have to with this, because look at the labradorescence kicking off, especially on these sources at the top here, look. You see these zests, these pops of the blues and the yellows, this wonderful labradorescence that cannot be recreated. This is produced purely by Mother Nature herself. I don't even have to say that to you, and I've got to show you this strand by itself, you know, because this is a lengthy strand that is just giving me so much optical effects. Imagine Aurora Borealis, the northern lights just shimmering across the sky, and you're getting that in every single one of these gems. Look. This is so special. You're not only getting these two strands, which my breath is taken, to be honest with them, because you've got such a mixture of the sizes, the shapes, but you're still getting a packet, a punch of your labradorescence in each of these two wonderful strands. But we're not stopping there. I'm bringing you a very special clasp. As soon as you see this clasp, I encourage you to get on the phones if you love this. You have 3 grams of sterling silver in this clasp, including this wonderful labradorite round cabochon, and this is your 15mm clasp. Very simply, it opens, you'll see here, if I show you to the side, that's a bit easier, you'll see here this little flip. You simply close that and it shoots out. It's really secure, because you do have to squeeze it down quite tightly. Do not be afraid that this is just going to come undone, it won't. And then you really simply just slide it back in until you hear it click. We've used these wonderful pieces in this design, which is by Rosanna. Have a look at this for me. If I spin this around for you, you can see how each one's been encapsulated, but it's really almost highlighting this wonderful labradorescence. And when I get to the center, the clasps are in use as a feature, which is exactly what I would do. You don't want to hide that at the back of your neck, do you? You really don't, especially if you've got long hair. What about using that clasp as an asymmetrical design? Having your clasp at the front. Really easy to do up and undo then, isn't it? Now, this clasp itself is wonderful. It's so pretty and eye-catching, and as you can see at the back there, you've got the 2 loops just for you to pop through your beading thread or your cords, whatever you might be using. You have got the 925 stamp on there as well, because you've got 3 grams of 925 sterling silver in this, 3 grams. And you've got this cabochon at the front, which is of course your labradorite, and this is 15mm. And you've got these 2 gems of distinction strands. I am in love with these because the labradorescence, it's so wonderful to not have to explain to you how much I'm getting. It's so nice. And even look on this large nugget there, it's splashing it out. This is how high a quality we're talking about here. This effect cannot be recreated. It's totally done by Mother Nature. We're bringing this to you the most high-end labradorite we can, because these are our gems of distinction strands, but also with this wonderful labradorite clasp. B, L, G, C, 74 today. It should be almost £40 on our website. Don't forget, if you were to get this somewhere else, it would be a lot more than 40, wouldn't it? But on our website, we're price comparing with ourselves. On our website, it's about £40. This clasp you cannot buy on our website. It's only available in this bundle. So if you want it, you have to get it in this bundle. You cannot purchase it by itself. Your price should be almost £40. Not today. Your price today for these exceptional strands, £24.95. Janet is aghast at that. Honestly, £24.95. Look at the labradorescence. This wonderful lunar effect splashing through each of these individual high ends. This is high quality and this is high end. I'm not going to lie to you, you can get labradorite for less, can't you? Of course you can. You can. But you cannot get it of this quality, and you cannot get it with this amount of labradorescence. So this is the point for you to decide how much labradorescence do you want in your pieces? How much luxury from labradorite do you want in your pieces? If the answer to both of those questions is a lot, then this is totally for you. £24.95, and you cannot get this clasp anywhere else on our website. You have to get it in this wonderful bundle. £24.95. It should be near 40. I just want to say straight out about this, that this should be over £50, this kit. I'm just going to be straight out there. It's closer to 55. So I'm just putting it out there for you, because when you see it, you'll understand why it's been that price. Have a look at these wonderful gemstones for me today. I have got here for you Shimmering Seas. And in this we have these wonderful strands. You're getting 230 carats of your aquamarine nuggets. You're getting 100 carats of your multicoloured aquamarine in the plain rounds, which are these 6mm. You're also going to be getting 100 carats of your aquamarine in the graduated nuggets, 230 nuggets of aquamarine in this double strand. So essentially you're getting 4 different strands, but you're getting 5 in total because this one is a double. Now, aquamarine is such a special gemstone. It's known to be very, very calming. Now, it's calming for so many reasons. It's calming because of the colour. Blue, of course, has scientifically been proven to calm you. When I worked in a gym, we had a room that was saved for people who were training for marathons, who were doing triathlons, and it was completely painted blue because it was scientifically proven that blue, the colour, is so calming and relaxing that you can actually work out for longer in a blue room. Didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
Also, it's so calming because of the name. Aquamarine, of course, water. Now, in history, back in times when we were making new discoveries, when we used to be on these huge ships trying to find new lands, meet new people, and see exactly what the world was made up of, sailors used to take on board with them pockets full of aquamarine. The reason being, in those times when we were out finding new lands and making new discoveries, it was believed that aquamarine was the gemstone of the mermaid. And it was believed that when storms raged and when seas were swelling and swaying and the ship was rocking and the sailors feared for their lives, it was genuinely believed that at that time, if you threw aquamarine into the sea, it would completely calm the storm. It was believed that the waves would cease. And the reason for that is because it was believed in those times that mermaids, who obviously sat on the rocks and tried to entice in the sailors to get their ship to crash. They were a bit naughty mermaids, weren't they? They believed that mermaids' tears were actually aquamarine. So they thought that by throwing it into the sea, that would please the mermaids, that would please them. And so the calm storm would cease and the mermaids wouldn't then try and entice them in. And you can completely see why they would believe that with these strands, couldn't you? You can completely see why they would believe that, especially with this one. You can totally see why they would believe that this would calm the seas with these wonderful nugget-like shapes. This is a really squidged on strand. You've got so many wonderful pieces on here, and because you've got so much, I'd be tempted to do, really simply, as is with the clasp on, a 4-way wrap necklace, and I've still got space to do another bracelet at the back as well. So calming and so relaxing, and you can completely imagine why back in those times when we were off in new lands, why they would believe that throwing this into the sea would calm it. Because you've got these juts of the aqua colour, you've got these nuggeted shapes just jutting out. As well as this, you do have these wonderful plain rounds. Now you've got the 10mm plain rounds, and as you can see, each of the individual colours in here, you've got a real mixture of colours in this one with the aquamarine. You're getting in here your periwinkles, you're getting in here your peppermints, you've got in here your aqua tones, you're getting in here your creamies. These are your 10mm, and in this 10mm strand you're getting 290 carats. You're also going to be getting, sticking with the rounds, the smaller size in these 6mm rounds. Lovely thing about working with rounds together is it's quite simple. It's quite nice and easy. If you are new to jewellery making, maybe you're a bit scared of some of the nuggets and some of the faceted ones. Well, you don't have to be with this kit, because start yourself off with the rounds and then you've already got in your kit the chance to work your way up to the more eye-catching, the more difficult looking nuggets. And imagine that, starting off with aquamarine. That would be something truly special. Lovely with these little smaller 6mm ones as well is that the hole in them for their size is pretty large. Easily get through here a 0.6, 0.8. And look at these aquamarine tones here too. You've got, look at the variation. This just goes to show you how Mother Nature works. This isn't a shop where we've, been working with plastics and creating these and they're all exactly the same colour and all completely opaque and all completely just one neutral tone. This is completely created by Mother Nature. Look at just these ones there with your almost burnt umber look, and then your peppermint greens, and then this wonderful milky colour. Completely Mother Nature's doing, and hasn't she done a beautiful job with this strand? And finally, I can't work out if this one's my favourite one in the kit or if the nuggets are. Needless to say, I adore them both. Look at this strand for me. This is such a wonderfully clear aquamarine. This strand by itself is £14.95. This is a Gems of Distinction strand. Normally £14.95. And you can see exactly why this is a Gems of Distinction, because you've got that clarity that you would want. But you've still got the pop of periwinkle aqua colour. Now, I wonder if you can get this. On this one, I'm sort of spinning around a little bit here. You're getting, yes you can, just if you look really closely at the bottom, can you see these little jets of rainbow? You've got pinks, yellows, blues, all the way up to the top with the greens. You're getting such a wonderful, that's how you know that this is a high-end strand, because you get these little optical effects that are totally created by Mother Nature. Normally £14.95 by itself, that one. So you're getting the 4 individual strands, but of course don't forget one of them is a double strand with a whopping 290 carats. You're also going to be getting 10 meters of your 0.6 wire, your beading thread, your elastic and your monofilament, and your sterling silver findings pack. We have had a lot of sterling silver today, haven't we? Been a bit treated today. Getting on the deals whilst you can, I say. You've got in there, of course, your toggle clasp, your lobster claw clasps, your crimps, crimp bead covers, your head pins, your shepherd hooks, and my favourite, the heart-shaped chain. I heart this chain. Wonderful, just as is. Oh, how lovely as a charm bracelet. You know, honestly, for me, with a chain that's this beautiful and delicate, I would be tempted to just do a wonderful clasp on it and then have hanging from the clasp one of my favourite gemstones, possibly an opal, a morganite, one of the aquamarines. Have that just hanging there because it's so beautiful. You don't need to do a lot with this chain. You would pay a lot for this in a shop, wouldn't you? Now, I said to you straight from the outset, didn't I, that this was meant to be around £55. Now, because we've got the aquamarine and the 925 sterling silver, we're talking high-end luxury, aren't we? At £55 almost. My price on this for you today is no way near that price. If you bought the £14.95 strand, which is this one here, can you see the rainbow? Oh. It is this one here. This is such an exceptional, exquisite strand. It's truly special. This is £14.95 by itself, and then the findings are £12.95. Your price should be almost £55, but not today. £29.95 for this one strand and this findings pack. That is £27.90. You are paying £2.05 for these strands of aquamarine, your beading thread, your elastic, and your wire. This is a deal that you do not want to miss. This is exceptional. £29.95 for you today. This is working with your 925. This is working with your aquamarine, including the Gems of Distinction strand. £29.95, and it should be 55 almost, just off. That is something so special. Look at everyone who's coming in. Nice to see you all, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I do really appreciate it. Debbie in Avon, Sue in Kent. Hello, everybody. Kathleen in Essex. Hope you're having a lovely day in Essex. Have you got lots of ideas for these guys? Are already they coming at you with loads of ideas and inspiration what you want to do with them? I bet. Because this is high grade, this is high end. Do not get me wrong for a second. I understand that perhaps people are a little bit worried about working with nuggets. Perhaps people are a little bit worried about working with aquamarine because of its name. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to be now. Because you've got a double length of nuggets. So what if you make something with nuggets and it's rubbish? You've got loads left to use. That's not a problem. And also you've still got the plain rounds as a fallback. So don't worry, create something with the plain rounds if you're not that confident, and then just really sporadically add on a couple of your nuggets. And what about if you're worried about working with aquamarine because of the name? Aquamarine, it's the name, isn't it? Everybody knows it. It's luxury, it's high end. And I understand that it can be quite scary to work with things like that sometimes. It's like with your diamonds, isn't it? Sometimes if you work with diamonds, because they're diamonds, you can be a little bit afraid. Oh no, what if I don't do them justice? Oh no. I can understand that you get the same thing with that, with aquamarine, because it's got that name, because it's got that prestige. But at that price, you don't need to worry anymore. Should be nearly £55. It's less than 30 for you today at just £29.95. There is no need to be worried. And you're getting a real mix here as well. If maybe you've worked with aquamarine in the past and you weren't quite sure it wasn't exactly the strand you wanted, well, I bet you've got what you wanted in this, because you've got the delicate, the small opaques, you've got the large, kicky 10mm opaques, you've got the exquisite nuggets with these bursts of colour mixing in transparency, and you've got this wonderful gems of distinction strand. You've got all that you need here and more. What a great deal. Should have been £55. Be your own designer inspiration. Get this kit, work like our designers do, exclusively only use that, and create something and send it in to us. And this next strand will go wonderfully with it. I saw this and fell head over heels in love. Have a look at this neon apatite for me. Now, in the 1980s, this was discovered in Madagascar, just off Africa in Madagascar. That's where this was initially found and mined. Now, because it was such a vibrant colour and such an amazing discovery, it got intensely mined, and it's been really very heavily mined for the last 15 years. Around 15. And because it's been so heavily mined, that's meant that most of the areas of production have now ceased to exist. Many of the deposits of this neon apatite are considered completely mined out. Because in the 1980s they found this, had never seen anything like it before. It got so intensely mined that for the 15 years following that, we mined so intensely that the areas and the deposits these are found in, they're considered mined out. They're considered that they don't have enough left in there now. So this is a strand that it's been popular. It's been really popular for a few years now. But honestly, think about this. How often do you see this on our channel? When did you last see neon apatite 65 carats worth on this channel? I bet it was a while. And that's because the mining was so intensive for that time that the deposits have pretty much ceased to exist. They're being mined out. And that is meaning that this is so increasing in rarity. To get it firsthand, it's massively decreasing, because the areas, the deposits that we have in Madagascar, they have almost ceased to exist. In the next few years, I imagine, they'll be completely mined out. So this is a gemstone that will give it to you now at a really good price, But I bet you that unless randomly we find another deposit magically somewhere, although we haven't yet, unless that happens, I bet you that in 15 years, 20 years, not only will you not be able to get your hands on it firsthand, but you probably will be looking at a massively increased price on it because its rarity is increasing by the day. This is called neon apatite, and you're not quite getting, with these bleachy lights, as much of the bright neon as I'm getting. Let's bring you a wonderful neon apatite, a gemstone whose rarity is increasing every day. Your price on this today, £11.95. In a few years' time, even on this channel, if we're selling it still, if we're able to, I reckon we'll be looking at way more than that, because the rarity of this every single day is increasing. Now, these cameras are a little bit bleachy. Janet, can I borrow your sweets?
Of course you can. That's coming. The blue is just phenomenal.
Do you think it's the same blue as on screen? Or is it a little bit?
No, that looks a lot paler. That is a real intense blue.
It really does seem a lot paler on there.
And you've got a graduation of the colour as well. You've got really intense, but then you've got just the slightly lighter ones.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're definitely right. It's a true neon apatite colour. Thanks, Janet. I'll let you squirrel away again. Thanks, chick. This is a 30cm strand in these graduated faceted rondelles, and exactly as Janet said, you're getting these lovely different neon colours. It's £11.95 for you today on OARU80 today. I've got a brand spanking new strand for you now, something you haven't seen before, and we've only just got it run downstairs for us. How wonderful to be able to bring you this 250 carats of your rainbow pyrite. Have a look at this for me. These are in your plain rounds, and you've got this wonderful rainbow colouring. It's such a fun strand, isn't it? 8x8 these are today. NEGP 81. I'm thinking this, because it's pyrite, you've got that wonderful weight to it, and I've got to admit, I'm one of those people who, you know, when you put a piece of jewellery on, I like to feel it on. I like to feel the weight of your gemstone, and you definitely get that from pyrite. What would you think of doing with these ones, Janet?
I'd put them into a bracelet, I think. Or you could just strand them as they are, because they're just so beautiful. And you've got all the different colours in there as well. But just as a simple bracelet, they will look lovely. And again, the idea of the bracelet and the ring, that will look fabulous.
They are really good fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you've got such a range of colours in there that it kind of going to suit a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can put anything with it as well, because you're picking up all those different colours.
You're getting almost our JewelleryMaker colours in here, aren't you? With these lovely diesel-like tones running through. And it's really fun to see colours used like this with your pyrite, because it just gives you that fun spark, doesn't it?
They are lovely.
And of course, pyrite is known because pyrite, it's derived from a word meaning fire, because very simply, back in ancient times, people worked out that if they struck pyrite with a rock, then obviously sparks would be formed. And you've got that strength and of colour in these that's always giving you a different type of spark with these wonderful diesel-like rainbow tones. 250 carats with your getting of these 8 mils. These are brand new with you today. Be the first to own them for just £6.95 for a brand new strand. I'm really happy with that. But let's make it even more impressive. A brand new strand with a price discount. £5.95. Cheeky pound there for you. We love a cheeky pound. £5.95. Janet, can I ask you something? If you were to strand this on say just elastic, say, and create a bracelet. No, let's do it as a nice bracelet with a toggle clasp on. How much would you look at selling that for, honestly?
If it was a silver toggle, I'd be looking £18, £15, £18.
For a bracelet?
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at bracelet length now, this is for me as a bracelet. So on me, this is where on my strand it comes up to, this section. So I have got plenty there for another bracelet and a bit more.
You'd get 2 bracelets, maybe earrings, or maybe
two
bracelets and a
ring,
earrings,
a bracelet and a ring.
Yeah.
And Janet's saying to me that she would strand this with a silver toggle clasp, and she'd be selling it on for around £18. So get this, and on your first sale, you could easily be getting your money back and double. This is the one for you to create real simple designs, because the work's been done for you. The impact of these colours, it's already there for just £5.95. And you know what? I really like the idea of this matrix box with these two, because you've got the gold flashes of colour going throughout. It's easier said than done. I'm going to try and pop these out of the box. Sellotape. Now these ones are what I had earlier on for you, and these are your gold flash colour. I know, I've not unlocked it. That is it. I'm trying to unattach these out of the box. Now these ones are your gold flash, and these are e-coated for you. This is gold colour flash, and these are your mini copper brushed beads. You've got 45 pieces around in here. If I slide these for you, have a look. Aren't these so wonderful? Now, I just want to show you some of them individually, because you're getting such a mixture of shapes in here. You're getting this puffy circle shape with this lovely brushing effect. Again, saving you from doing it yourself, almost giving you quite an antiquey feel. You've also got these flattened rice bead shapes. So you'll see it's like a rice, but then it is flattening at the sides as opposed to the puffy that you might be used to. You've also got these hearts, which I adore. You've got the smaller hearts, and you've also got the larger ones. I'll show you the smaller one first. These will be something really special, perhaps as just a charm. Have a look at this for me. Isn't that such a pretty little charm? Just really easy, pop that on a head pin. Really easy to do. Or maybe you want a bit more of a statement. Well then, why not use this wonderful heart, which is the larger size, and this is your 10mm heart. Got it upside down. Come on, heart. Here we go. So if I show you a comparison in the size of the heart, if I can balance this one on as well, these are your two different sizes. And don't they look lovely just like that? I'd be tempted to just pop them on a head pin, graduate them down, and that'll be a really good fun thing to do. If you had this matrix box, what would you think of doing with it, Janet?
I'd use them, as you say. I'd drop one into earrings, or like you say, graduate them down, or a bracelet. Like we said, a simple bracelet earlier. Draw one of those just as a little charm at the clasp, maybe. And you can get lots of them out of that.
You really can,
so each little bracelet or necklace, just drop a little charm at the back. Because
you're getting around 49 pieces, so you could make 49 little charm drops. Your price for this today, £5.95. You could do this as a little trademark, absolutely. Yep. Really good idea. Use them as your little trademark, have a little trademark drop. Yep. And I'm wondering if you could stamp onto these, you know with the stampers. I'm sure you'd be able to.
I would imagine you could, especially the flatter ones.
Yeah, with the flatter ones. Yeah. £5.95 this matrix collection for you, and as I said earlier, they are e-coated, so don't worry if you're giving them to someone who's got a bit of sensitive skin, you'll be okay. And if you're mad about matrices, then I've also got this wonderful sparkly creation for you here. These ones are your wonderful patterned circles and your zigzag bicones. Look at the shimmer on those. If I show you the bicones, I showed you it in the silver before, I think, so I'll show you in this wonderful gold colour. You'll see at the side here, you've got a wonderful zigzag detail, and that's really simply because the way that these are shaped into this, you've got a zigzag around each side of the bicone, and then they then meet in the middle to give you this really fun design. You've also got your circular shapes too, which, as you can see on each circle, you have into them these wonderful semicircles which are flattened off, and then you have this lovely shimmer banding all around the centre, and that is mirrored on the top of these also. Now, these were your brass beads, and we said that we could do beady beads with these. We said that you could do spacers. What would you think of doing with these?
I think, like you say, beady beads, especially with the bicones, they would make great beady beads, and as earrings they would be fabulous.
Oh yes, because they're so glistening, they're so beautifully shiny that even just them. Your price on these today was just £7.95 for a matrix. You're getting a true wealth in here. And the thing is, of course, you can get spacer beads like this in our tubes, but in there we'll generally do the same shape and maybe just 3 or 4 colours. We won't do in there your circles and your zigzag bicone shapes. This isn't something you can get in one of those. You have to get it in this for just £7.95. And the lovely thing with these types of tones as well is that you can add warmth to things, especially with that lovely goldy coppery colour. So why not add a little bit of warmth to this that I brought you earlier on? This is your green colour-coated quartz in these graduated faceted rice beads. These are so bright and breezy, and they're graduated from 10 by 5 all the way to 16 by 8 mil. And this is a 26 centimetre strand for you today. TXRU 70. I'll show you the graduation if I can. This is the largest one that's in the centre, graduated to the smaller one that's on the end. So as you can see, wonderful difference in that graduation. Wire wrap this, wonderful as a pendant, pop a bail on it, and then these as a pair of earrings. You're working with the same gemstone, the same cut, the same shape, but you don't have to do all the work of maybe trying to make one look bigger, make one look smaller. It's all done there for you. Your price on this today, £8.95. We took an extra few pounds off that for you. £8.95 on these today for this wonderful green colour-coated quartz. Now, Janet has been working away at her challenge, Janet, and I just want to give you another opportunity to own this wonderful kit, because we're going to go over and look exactly what Janet has managed to make extra from when we last went to visit her. This is your wonderful jewellery kit, and this is your water lilies kit. You've got in here 150 carat of your white quartzite in these twisted fan leaf bead shapes, and those are 18 by 14 mil. You've also got 160 carat of this mystic rose quartz in these faceted graduated rounds, and those are 8 mil. You can see the rainbow-like effect shimmering away on those. You've also got 190 carats on your green aventurine. So this is high-end aventurine. I know how much you adore it out there, and you have the chance to own it in this kit. As well as that, you get everybody's favourite, your bead and thread elastic and monofilament, and your 925 sterling silver findings pack, and that's including 43 pieces in your findings pack, with also my wonderful chain. Your price on this today, £18.95. It was meant to be way more than that. Over £40 it was meant to be, but not today. As a treat, just £18.95 today. I'm coming to see what you've created with our lovely kit, Janet.
Okay.
Going to see all of your final creations.
Right, we've added a little bit to it.
We've added, haven't we?
We have.
I love how you've worked that quartzite into these lovely petal shapes.
So we did the necklace and the bracelet.
Yeah.
And I thought a little bag charm as well to go with it.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
So you can add that to your bag.
Add it to your bag.
I've got a bit left over, but I'd run out of findings. I'd used all the findings because they're quite heavy on the findings, all of them. So I did the little charms.
I really like the little charms. I think they're so sweet. Have a look at everything she's created with this kit that should have been over £40, but it's just $18.25 for you today. So this is a better than half price deal that we've done on this kit for you today. And you can't say fairer than that when you've managed to create this much.
There's quite a lot there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 pieces.
Do you know what I love as well? The way that you've done the beading thread, it looks like you've just simply plastered it, am I right?
Yeah.
But it adds that strength and it adds that pack, but it adds that texture too.
That's right.
And how did we pop this one into the centre here?
I made the flower, and then just simply put the beading thread through the back. Just found a few of the threads and put it through the back.
Oh, I see, yeah, and that's where you've popped it through as well, you've threaded it through.
I made the flower with beading thread, and then just tied it in a knot, really tight, and then just threaded the plaited strand through.
That's so pretty. And I like how you've done your little bag charms and your wonderful bracelet to match. Now, the bracelet looks quite intricate. I think it's all the swirls that you've got going on. How did you create that?
That is, again, just the flower with the thread through. And then literally slip on a bead, go back through the bead, so you're capturing the bead. So actually you can see where the beading thread goes around it. And that just holds it in place.
Oh, that's so clever, because it gives you, it almost breaks the design up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not too heavy then, it looks quite light.
And I am such a bejewelled person, I've got to admit, I love being bejewelled, so that bracelet is screaming to me. Is that just a simple ladder weave?
Just a simple ladder weave, yeah.
Look at how amazing our mystic quartz looks in there. Janet, you're a little darling. Thank you so much for your help today. When are you next on with us?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve!
Christmas Eve,
You'll be our little Christmas cracker, will you?
Well, then about that.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I am on this evening Miss It Miss Out show, and I know we have some major deals. I will see you then. Janet will see you on New Year's, Christmas Eve. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at JewelleryMaker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers